Alright gamers, welcome back to my ADC Unranked Diamond series. Topic of today's video is going to be wave management. This is something I obviously talk about in all of my videos. If you've ever watched that in my previous videos, you would know. But we're going to try and go into a little bit more depth than usual for this video, just because I've had the idea to maybe just, for this series, maybe occasionally concentrate some of the videos onto one particular subject, for people who want to concentrate on that. So, yeah, I hope you guys find this helpful. Anyway, for this matchup, we're going to be playing Jinx Pyke into Lux Syndra. So when you have an engaged support like Pyke, the ideal wave state is going to be when the wave is pushing towards you. So we basically want them to be shoving us in. That's not too hard. Syndra's got a AoE in her abilities. I could last hit those casters there with my rockets, but I don't want to push them unnecessarily, because we want to be getting pushed in. The reason why you ideally want the enemies to be pushing you in when you have an engaged support is because engaged supports are always going to be more effective closer to your turret than away from it. And the closer you are to the enemy turret, the higher the chances that they just can't really, they can't really do anything under the enemy turret. Even if you manage to hook them out from under the turret, your ability to punish them is just not very high. As opposed to if you have something like, I don't know, a mage support where they can just easily poke at the enemies while they're under turret. And the enemies are going to be so distracted trying to last hit that they're going to be too busy to actually focus on trading back. So maybe we'll get a matchup like that later on in this video. But for now we have the Pyke. So we're going to want to be getting pushed in, or at the very least we just want to be in a neutral wave state. We just don't want to be pushing at a minimum. The closer the enemies are to... Oop, nice. Okay, nice. The closer the enemies are to our turret as well, and the further away they are from their turret, the more distance they would have to run if they get engaged on, and we're chasing them to their death. The closer they are to their turret, like, we may be able to get a good engage and a good trade, but then we would have to stop as soon as we run into the enemy turret. The closer you are to your turret, the further away you are from the enemy turret. I probably should have waited for this melee to be dead before trying to look for an engage. We're also going to be mainly trying to avoid trading as long as we're not like in the middle of an engage. Since I have an engaged support, he's not really going to be participating in trades with me until he actually lands an engage. Whereas Lux can easily follow up on trades with Syndra, so I want to be avoiding poke here and just trying to remain healthy for when Pyke lands an engage. In the meantime, my focus is just to preserve HP while trying to get whatever farm I can. I wasn't sure what the matchup would be, by the way, since their comp was really weird. So I'm running the HP scaling rune instead of running armor or MR. Okay, I think they may be basing here, so I think we can just go ahead and shove this in. So that's Syndra. Oh, she didn't actually base, but if she doesn't freeze this, then I'm perfectly fine to base here myself. Yep, no freeze. I don't know. I guess Lux based then. We're gonna be going for a Kraken Slayer rush, I guess. I was about to say, I have a feeling they know he's there. They just left the lane for no reason, and he should have been able to see that. Like, nobody would leave the lane like this unless they could just see. There's nothing to do there. They're just gonna get that. We don't have the numbers. There's Syndra. Just gonna go place a ward here. Oh, I shouldn't be standing so far back, actually. I missed the cannon. My bad. I do just have to play safe for now. Okay, we'll place the traps there. Okay, not bad. And that's good enough. We'll disengage now because Pyke has pretty much used everything in his kit and he's no longer in range to keep hitting them. I don't want to continue fighting in a position where Lux is more likely to flow up than Pyke is. We forced at least one flash there. I think it was just the Lux's flash. Okay, good. There's some traps behind there. Forces her flash. I can try and use Ghost here to kill her. I think I can. Maybe. Ah, that was so insanely close. Okay, we got her. Cool. Okay, there's gonna be the Syndra TP. Hopefully she doesn't freeze. Good. So you can see we're just constantly playing at our turret. I obviously I could try and get some prio with my rockets, but this is just not how you want to play that matchup. I will say, when you have a hook support, as far as engage supports go, they are a little bit more effective closer to the enemy turret than the average support. In fact, if you have a Blitzcrank, it could be effective to just continually keep shoving the waves to remove the minion cover from the enemies, so that while they're trying to last hit on the turret, especially the lower range they are, the more vulnerable they are to hooks because they've got nothing to hide behind. But a support like Pyke's hook doesn't really bring them like too far towards you, so he very much does appreciate just being closer to your turret than the enemy turret. And at the very least, but as I was saying though, as a hook support, he is a little bit more effective than the average engage support. Just purely because the average engage support would have to turret dive to do anything, whereas Pyke can at least hook them from a distance and bring them a little bit towards some danger. Oh. Place some traps behind her here. Okay, they have no cooldowns right now, but we'll back off as they start to get them back up. Not too bad. There was no chance Syndra was going to be able to kill Pyke there, so big waste of her to use her ultimate there. Couldn't use it to threaten me when she did that. Close one. Actually, I should have saved that for the cannon. Big risk, but they didn't punish it. And Pyke's dead. Oh well. We're just controlling the waves as necessary for the matchup. The rest is really just up to Pyke. There's not much else to do when you have an engage support except try and hope that he lands one. There's just no way to really outplay 1v2 trades unless the enemies seriously mess up. So just do your job, control the waves fine. And just hope the rest all falls into place. I have a feeling Syndra's basing there and I can cancel it. Ah, too bad. I guess she might have been recalling in that push then. Let's focus on shoving this before I clear the pink. Nice one. And I'm just gonna immediately base. I've already got enough for Kraken Slayer. I don't want to waste time going for the plating and then risking getting my base cancelled after that. So currently we're up 20 gold, mostly just down to the Syndra failing to loss hit a lot. Pretty normal if you're playing a mage. I mean, it is harder to loss hit on mages than ADCs. Especially in low elo, you're just going to see mages fall behind in CS for very little reason if they can't get kills on the ADC. Tends to be less true at high reloads though, when people are just very good at loss hitting no matter what their AD is. Especially in a low cooldowns mage like Syndra, you can just always get loss hits under turret and such. Gotta be careful about approaching these CS as much as I'd like to. I don't want to get hit by a Syndra EQ or a Lux Q. there's not much I can do there. I'm just stuck under turret here, lost hitting. So our pike is letting us a little bit down here. We're playing the macro right in terms of wave management, but it's not going right, and that's okay. We don't necessarily have to be doing well in lane every single game. Looks like Malzahar's doing pretty well, Jinx pretty bad, but so long as we're staying relevant in farm and just handing over as little gold as possible, then it's all good, because at the moment it's only pike that's dying. And I even have a kill under my belt, which will try and help me try and carry later on as well. Oof, that was a close one. Okay, looks like they're at least not in that brush. We can tell because there's no vision icon over pike. They were doing Drake. There's a chance they may come bot now then. Yeah, they probably are. Okay, Syndra is at least. Lux seems to be over there. I don't have enough gold that I'm like willing to base on. I'd like to base on at least Berserkers if possible. So I'm gonna stick around here and maybe I can even get a plating actually. I'm just gonna throw that freezing thing out of the window. I'm just gonna hope Syndra's basing here. She's had a kill that she hasn't based for yet, hasn't she? Even if she TP's here, if she based, I'll still be able to get the plating. Ah, nice try. Am I dead here? I seem to be fine. If she flash Qs, then I need to flash as well. Well, I was thinking more like if she flash Q'd me, not the ground. Under herself, but sure. Yeah, I could potentially stick around and get that wave, but it might be a little bit greedy. We already managed to get away with the greed of going for that plating. Let's not push it. I may be able to get the lost hit on the cannon anyway, just by using ultimate on Syndra here. Right about the right time. Okay, I'm gonna hope now is enough. Travels pretty fast. Ah, I just barely missed it. Sucks. Nice. Alright, Syndra no flash.
Your turret has been destroyed.
I think he could have got her. He was still getting the movement speed. I could have tried. Come on, Pike. Oh. Sadly, I can't do anything there. There's no point trying to deal damage to the Hecarim here, because there's no chance we actually kill him. And he's not going to take that long to kill the Pike. Ooh, top lane is an issue. If we're lucky, maybe it just gives Tristana free farm. Because it is quite early to be taking an inhib. I think the drawback of taking an early inhib is a bit exaggerated, though. It doesn't always help. Especially, like, I've been in games where, like, especially, like, super early on, just nobody really has the wave clear to deal with super minions. Or, like, the single target damage. So it can, like, really trap you and, like, make it so you completely can't impact the map ever. As whoever's dealing with those waves. And even then you will probably just end up with the super minions doing significant damage to the Nexus turrets. Oh, my bad, I'm dead here, I think. That sucks. Wasn't thinking about Lux. Yeah, first death of the game. Still got decent farm. Would be better if I managed to get that wave and didn't die there. I'm considering also doing Gale Force this game. Should be pretty good against the Hecarim. Okay, this is really bad though. When there's a wave right there, just go ahead and get it. Don't bother with the golems. Like this, the sooner Tristana manages to shove out all these waves, assuming he actually can, the sooner he can maybe rotate and try and do something instead of being trapped top lane for the next 5 minutes. Oh, should be fine, right? Yeah. It's gonna hit that for some AoE. Oh, it didn't hit Syndra though. Whoops. He's gonna try and dive me. Oh. Hello? He doesn't even have ult. What was that about? Okay, it's just ulted me. Nice one. Not too bad. Alright, we'll just base for this pickaxe. I'm just gonna go Infinity Edge and just hope that I'm able to survive against all of their threats without using Guild Force. Because I think I'm gonna need a lot of damage in order to even have a chance at carrying this. I don't think staying alive alone is gonna be enough. Particularly given they have two frontliners who could get pretty tanky. Traps right under him. And he's screwed. Ah, that was a very overkill Warwick ult. Only served to try and kill still and he failed at even that. Archer might be on the Drake. It's risky to even get him ranged to blue trinket that, and I'm not sure we can even contest anyway, so... Yeah, they're definitely on it. There's not much for me to do except just farm mid though, I think. I'll throw an ultimate and just see if it helps in any way. Might steal the Drake if I'm lucky. Nah, I'm not that lucky. Okay, this could be good. Nice. These are a bit shitty traps, but hey, it somehow worked. Oh, there's a Trundle there and hip turret here. We need to deal with this. There's also Zed coming up behind. Gotta be careful. He's got a hull breaker, doesn't he? No, he doesn't actually. He's just very tanky. And the cannon is super tanky. Well, it's not that tanky. It was the cannon I thought was tankier than usual. Got him. Okay. Damn, that actually took down our inhib as well. At least we're having the top lane one respawning. Plus, I don't think Trinimir is ever going to leave top lane, so... The bot lane one being down, at least for me, I consider that better than the top lane one being down, because I can actually deal super easily with super waves as Jinx, I would say. Our single target damage between the Jinx Q, you know, minigun, and Kraken Slayer is actually really good. We can easily get those super minions for free farm. Basically getting a cannon wave on every wave. This could be good. Ooh, we tried. Just doing what I can. Oh, that could be good. Got him. Try and get the Zed. Ah, just barely didn't. Although I may still be able to get him. I'm gonna pop the ghost for this. There's a Syndra somewhere around. I'll have to try and ult him from safety. There we go. Okay, Syndra wasn't even positioned to punish me there, but I have to respect the fact that she could. Alright, she's completely out of range here, I hope. All good, all good. Wow, that was a quadra out of nowhere. Just trying to maintain good, safe positioning. Deal as much damage as we can and punish enemies for their overextensions. Just double inhib down, that's not good. We're probably gonna want to do Runance here just to have some extra wave clear. I could have bought more here, my bad. Had Zeal at least. Damn it. Okay, there we go. Yeah, these waves are not going to withstand this too easily, but it's mainly when like two different super waves combine. If we get trapped inside our base, I can't like venture out the wave clear. But it's going to be pretty important to have Runance for a faster wave clear. But you see that by myself, I really don't have an issue. The main problem now is that Baron is actually up, so me being stuck bot lane clearing waves is not ideal. But we basically have to do it since... Well, I guess I could go top lane, but either way, I'm still not in an ideal position to contest Baron. That is what I would prefer though, is being topside. Okay, so long as Hecarim dies here, they can't get a free Baron. Although they could get one some way or other. Nice, Warwick. I got some time to actually maybe participate before I gotta deal with waves, but I guess I gotta do that now. I'm gonna type Tryndamere bot, so hopefully he actually goes bot lane and I can deal with these, since I've got much better wave clear than he does. I'm gonna just focus on the super minions and do some AoE occasionally. But we're not too focused on like wave clear since we can do that whenever. Mainly we just want to DPS the super minions to get the whole wave dead as soon as possible. The rest of the minions will die in an instant as soon as we decide to kill them. Yeah, I've already had a lot of gold from these super waves. If the enemies fail to actually get much out of this, then I'm at least getting really fed. And then my wave clear is going to be insane. So switching to rockets here is going to do a lot of single target damage to the super minions, so long as they are surrounded by other minions, because it's going to get them hit by Runaan's like 2 to 3 times in one auto. Or rather, Runaan's will make them get hit by the Q damage 2 to 3 times. Sadly gonna have to let them have that soul. I'll just throw this on the off chance that it actually steals. Didn't even hit anybody. Yeah, it was a long shot. I'll just go for the raptors here and the red buff while I'm on my way towards top lane, where I really need to deal with those waves. You can see we're just really trapped dealing with these waves. We basically didn't have a top laner for the first between like 14 minutes and 18 minutes, because he just couldn't leave top lane. Hello. It's gonna be Trundle, I imagine. He's barely gonna have a wave to work with. Oh, that's actually Syndra. Pop go so we can dodge skull shots more easily. And we've easily got a kill here. Nice one. Not to me, sadly, but I'll take it. We can do a lot of damage here. Nope. Okay, could be good. Nice one. And that's the Hecarim. That too. Way too greedy going for that inhib. I thought they were just gonna ignore us and just take the inhib, which I figured maybe I wouldn't have the damage to even kill them before they could take it, but clearly it didn't work out that way. They should have just committed to the inhib. Alright, that is one inhib. Back up. Only the top one remains, which gives us a lot more breathing room. Mazahari, like, we know I'm the best one at dealing with these super waves. There's no point in him coming with me just to share farm. He got like, what, 1 CS there? And it made 0 sense for me to leave this wave for him, considering how much slower he clears it. Yeah, we're gonna commit to the full damage build. I really want to make sure that I have enough damage to carry the game if I manage to get these perfect team fights. Because imagine you get a perfect team fight and you just can't kill anybody because you don't have the damage. It's worst case scenario. In order to carry, you need to have a minimum amount of damage that is going to be satisfactory, and I'm not sure I'm fed enough to continually deal enough damage throughout the game if I do not build Lost Whisper here as a 4th item. More specifically, Lord Dominic's. I can try and help, maybe. Nice. Done. That was a very silly fight to take. Try not to attack Hecarim here. You should not be standing behind the Baron, by the way. Oh. Got killed there. Oh, hello. I just barely got him. Okay, nice one, Pyke. Are they gonna finish this? They're gonna try. I need to try and finish Hecarim here. Or at least get the Baron myself. Okay. I got it. Holy crap, that was such a lucky teamfight, and apparently Hecarim didn't have smite. That was so lucky. Okay, my CS per minute has gone crazy. That was the riskiest fight I've taken so far. That was not guaranteed to work out, but we had to take a risk there. Lux is already back up. I'll get this farm and leave. I won't bother with the turret. I need to dodge a Lux ult as well. It'll certainly be up. Maybe being right next to the wall is maybe not the smartest idea. I should have probably been positioned more like here, where she's also unlikely to throw it, and it also gives me more room to dodge if I need to. What are we gonna build here? I think Bloodthirster could be good. Phantom Dancer. I'll just sit on Zeal. I think it's the best component I can build. Then we'll decide, if I can't sell it for Bloodthirster on my next base, then I'll just upgrade it to Phantom Dancer instead, assuming that's possible. Phantom Dancer for kiting will also be very good here, I think. Particularly against the Trundle. Good for chasing down as well. We're also going to be careful here about not just completely ignoring anybody split pushing, and at the moment Hakram. But we've got the Baron Empowered Recall, so we can just base quickly if he keeps pushing. We got Trinum on bot side. Does he have Baron? He doesn't, but he should still be able to get that. Okay, we're getting flanked actually, I didn't consider that. Need to get into a safer spot. Maybe get the Syndra here? That's our dead, nice. Don't know where Hakram is. We've got to be concerned about that. There he is. This could be good. I'll pop the traps, but I'm pretty sure he was gonna die there no matter what, but I can't risk him actually escaping there. That was such a good chance to kill him. We can maybe do something with this. We should be able to. Journal back up, but 2 dead. Just gonna make sure I'm not getting flanked, but... Okay, we see Zed and we see Trundle, the only 2 who would flank. Ow. Need to stay away from Zed now that I got hit by that. Okay, I just say get out of here now. I can complete Phantom Dancer, I guess. I don't want to base as long as my team is here, but... Like, Hakram is about to spawn. I guess we can get the turret, sorry. Okay, Trundle is starting to TP there. Just get out, get out. We're fighting without Trinamir. Trundle is going to be pushing here. If we manage to get aced here, Trundle ends the game. We cannot risk it. I forgot to pick up an elixir. I can still base again. Sorry, I can't mind control my teammates. I need, like, at least Trinamir. Come on. Okay, somebody else is TPing there. It's Lux and Trundle. I cannot defend against this by myself. I don't know why he's not pillaring me. Okay, I got a lot of damage there for free. That is obviously not going to kill, but it does some damage. I don't know why everybody's completely ignoring me as the only fed person here. Well, Malzahar's a little bit fed as well, but I'm definitely the carry. Okay, I'm lucky there. That Trundle just... Like, if he had just gone a little bit on the aggressive, just use his pillar to force me to have to run away, maybe even try and dive on me, maybe that would work, maybe. Then at the very least I don't do like 80% of his HP for free. And I got to do it before Syndra even arrived. I've actually nearly got ult up again, but I can't join that fight, it's just too risky. If I die, they probably end the game. I can try and kill Hakram and maybe still Drake when Melt comes up. It's probably unlikely to be up in time though. Elder is not as tanky as Baron, but I have to throw it just in case. Oof, nice try. It wouldn't even have killed Hakram though. He'd lifesteal too much. The only reason I'm still farming like stuff like golems at this point, by the way, is just so I can hopefully swap out. I don't know, I guess boots for GA would be viable. Won't be able to do it yet, but at some point it could be. Either that or swap out Phantom Dancer for Bloodthirster. I could already do that. I can. I think that's worth it. It's going to be a huge damage increase now that I'm level 18, so we get the full AD from Bloodthirster. It has been nerfed though, so only applies at 70% health. Thankfully I'm usually high HP. So far the nerf would not be affecting me much. Let's hope it remains that way.
An enemy has been slain. An ally has been slain.
I guess I can push a mid-wave. It's not terribly useful though, because I can't push the inhib. Or, well, I can try. But they're almost certainly just gonna turn back. I guess it forces them to turn back, so they can't push bot, but I don't think they would bother with that anyway. I do need to try and base here. We'll go into this brush. Looks like he's at his strength the back door. Can pick up another elixir here. Okay. Did he not have W or what? Okay, start shoving that wave, but I need to abandon it early so I can make sure I can deal with Trundle. Ah, he's actually just so fast at pushing that. Sucks. I should have maybe turned back sooner. That turret was pretty low though. It might have cost us a Nexus turret if I went for Trundle. It's a hard game. It's been very easy to win fights, but the problem is we're just in no position to abuse the fact that we can win fights. Because of all these constant inhibs being taken. Okay, this could be good. Wasn't good. Okay, that's a kill. That's our dead as well. That could be huge. Trundle is gonna try and backdoor again though. We absolutely can't ignore that. At the very, I alone should be enough though. Well, let's hope my team can do something. Won't bother refreshing my elixir. I've still got a lot on the current one. Okay, he gets one turret. Not even that important to kill him. I'm not gonna bother wasting summoners for it. Either way, he's not able to push anymore. Hopefully shouldn't be able to join a fight. I don't need the gold, obviously. Just makes my KDA look better. This is very unrealistic CS per minute, by the way. Like, even if I concentrated on farming only, this is just very specific to the circumstances in this game. You cannot get this much farm without basically without losing the entire game and being down in inhibs the whole game. Well, somehow not actually, like, having your Nexus explode. It's very unusual. But that's the thing, they can split push inhibs, they just can't actually win fights. They can't end the game. So far, at least. I can't really keep pushing, it's far too big a risk. I probably get away with it, but what is the point of taking that risk? I don't need the farm. I'm not going to be pushing that alt-line turret. Okay, if I get enough gold, what I want to do is sell Berserkers for Phantom Dancer, which would put me over the cap, so I also want to be able to sell Bloodthirster for GA. I might actually sell Bloodthirster for GA soon. I'll try and help here. Jinimira's Stride Breaker. Alright, try not to overchase there, guys. Seriously, what is my CS per minute? Like 13, 14, 15? Ridiculous, I don't think I've ever had this much CS per minute. Ah, I got hit by that. I need the flashing ghost. This slow is actually screwing me, I'm so dead. Unless... okay, he missed the crucial bits. Bit lucky. Okay, looks like I get to survive. Yeah, that Syndra QE, even after the stun wore out, that was still slowed for so long. I expected the ghost to... ooh, might be dead here. I have to fight around the traps, ideally. Looks like I'm actually strong enough to just beat him, what the hell? Yeah, oh, he is really behind, so I'm very lucky in that sense. Trundle, not looking to backdoor. I should just base though. I've certainly got enough gold for what I wanted now. There we go. Not overcapped on crit, and we get to replace boots. Does give us a little bit less AD though, and less lifesteal. But we got the safety of GA, as well as a little bit more attack speed. I don't need to farm these though, actually. We should leave that up for our teammates. Couldn't really do Baron, at least definitely can't now. We should try and get the Soldier though. Enemies might try and TP onto that wave, we'll see. Oh, here's Trundle. My team needed to be here. I can try and rush it, I guess. I should be able to escape by killing Hakram. There we go. Huge, huge. I guess I lost all of that fucking HP just to trundle out. That should be fine, I think. Question is, can I actually do anything useful on this HP? My lifesteal is very limited now. Probably not. It's lucky for me the enemies are not doing a great job of farming, but that partially comes also with the territory of taking so many inhibs throughout the game. They did not have as much farming opportunities as our team did. So I am super ahead because of that reason. Like the fact that Hakram doesn't even have 3 items while I've been full build for ages is just insane. See if we can get this. Finally our first inhib of the game. I say don't overpush her though. We are not grouped as 5, we are only 3. The rest of our teammates are not even traveling towards mid, so... Doing this for some damage, not for a kill. Just some AoE. If Zed actually ulted somebody there, that was our chance to maybe do some damage, otherwise we just keep running away. We don't want to be the one that gets ulted. What is Zed's build like? He's 4 items in. Okay. That team should get that actually. The only thing I really need gold for at this point is elixir, and maybe swapping out my items again if I lose GA. Okay, they're not on it. We should try and get power over mid lane. Maybe catch out Syndra here. Not gonna really be possible for me, but at least I can push the wave. We could try and collapse here if we had better teamwork. I can't risk doing it. My team isn't engaging like they should be. I just have to play around my teammates' actions. Ideally I don't want to be stuck here because anybody could go and kill me through this wall. I need to be pathing around here to have safe positioning. And I want to show this wave again. Do we get a Hakram here maybe? This could be good. Okay, we at least forced the ultimate. Okay, it's damage. We can maybe do something with all this. Maybe. At the very least, I think we can do the Baron. Nothing else, we should be able to Baron. Oh, damn. Wait, actually, that's Tryndamere. He's gonna just ult. Nice. Can we just end now, maybe, if we ace them? Oh, I might be in trouble. Actually, I'm fine. She's gonna be dead. Okay, I think we can end off of that. Fucking Warwick has just been pushing the... or doing the Baron this whole time. Wait, oh, I've been hitting Hakram with my Runeance, my bad. Okay, Tryndamere, I guess, is doing the right thing. Nice. Yeah, he just ends by himself, actually. Huge. I cannot believe we won this. Had to make 0 mistakes. If I died once this game, I'm pretty sure they ended off of it. GG. Alright, gamers, we are back for another game of ADC to Master. Did I call it Unranked to Diamond earlier? It was meant to be to Master. This account is to Master. Because it's going to be playing all ADCs. Anyway, once again, we are going to be taking the focus of wave management in this video. And in this game, therefore. So, what do we want from our wave management? Like, before we even run into any, like, individual situations, what do we want from our wave management in this matchup? Okay, so Vayne, Zilean. Zilean would, I guess, appreciate pushing the enemies under turret so he can most effectively poke with the bombs while they're busy lost hitting. However, we are facing a Pyke, just like we had a Pyke last game, and I pointed out that Pyke works most effectively when the enemies are close to his turret and away from their own turret. And that is going to be the determining factor in what we want our wave management to be here. We want to be safe on the Pyke. The Pyke's influence is a lot bigger than the Zillion's influence in the early game, and we want to avoid it at all costs. So that is going to be just letting them push us as close to the turret as possible. Freezing is good. Would be good if we could, you know, actually get a freeze going. However, does put us at risk of taking damage. If it's, you know, if you're going to lose too much HP for that, don't bother. You don't have to quite freeze. Just constantly being on the turret or near the turret is already good enough. You don't always have the chance to freeze, especially if you don't have a lead. So what the Zillion is doing here is terrible. Already using those bombs. I'm just going to try and push as slowly as possible. So hopefully they just end up running their own wave management, just as Zillion has ruined mine. And we'll see what happens. So it's looking likely that's probably not going to happen. So at the very least, another thing that is worth noting in these matchups regarding the wave management is the bigger your wave, the harder it is for the enemies to actually all-in you. So we don't want to be near the enemy turret, but at the very least, while we have this big wave going, they can't all-in us. Oh, I'm just going to go straight for Samira, but not going to be able to get much out of that. Maybe I could have exhausted her. They might be over-pushing here, actually. Yeah, she's dead. I got her. Nice one. They just needed to kill Zillion and leave. That's why we go straight onto Samira. Okay, that's... Pyke gonna escape. Let's just start shoving this wave. So it's like I said, because we have such a big wave, their all-ins are like diminished. They got a good pick onto Zillion, and then usually it would be okay to just turn on me, because they killed Zillion so fast I barely had time to focus down Samira, so she wasn't lower than me. But the minions were doing their work the whole time. That is what makes it so risky. So we don't want to be pushing, because we don't eventually want this wave state to be around here, but we're also somewhat protected. What am I rushing here? Oh yeah. We're somewhat protected as long as we have the bigger wave. They tried to all-in, and it was a good all-in to be fair. Zillion got really cut out there. But they just misplay, and as a result of having the bigger wave, leads to us having a chance to get a kill back. Hopefully, Zillion does not touch this wave. I'm gonna ping it. Oh, what? Ping to retreat in advance. I don't know why that wasn't working. What the hell? Huh, there seems to... I think there's a delay on my pings, yeah. I press... G and left click, and there's a small delay before the wheel comes up. Huh. Anyway, we're gonna be doing static shiv rush. I think I took the wrong runes for the ideal lethality build, but whatever. We can just do... Triforce is really good as well. Looking at their comp as well, they have at least 2 front lines, so Triforce could be good. Either way. Okay, nice. I was worried I needed to use Q there. So here we're pretty safe. Even if anybody got hit by that Pyke hook there, it's not exactly going to lead to anything, is it? And we also want to push, kill this wave under turret as slowly as possible. So this can lead to a slow push situation, which is sort of what we want to avoid. But again, at least with the minion wave, we'd be protected. We absolutely do not want to keep shoving this in, though, because when we're this close to the turret, they have very little room to all in us. I would like, ideally, for the entire laning phase, if I could pick one position for the wave to be in for the entirety of laning phase, I would pick this exact spot, because the minions are pretty far away from the turret. In terms of like being able to walk on the turret and run my last hits, but the overall position of the wave is fairly close to the turret, so an all-in is not really as effective as it could be from the enemy's behalf. This is not impossible to kill us from here, but it is one of the safest spots for us to be. That sucks. Ooh, maybe I should have picked a better subject for my video than wave management in a lane where you are not the sole person contributing to wave management. Worked fine in the previous game though. This is just obviously the downside of laning with supports that have AoE in their kit. I don't think he's even intentionally trying to push, but he sure is accidentally doing it. So this wave is protecting us for now, but we really have to push this really slowly, because otherwise the wave ends up under, like, near the turret, but not, like, crashed, so we would be really overextended there. Here, what we can look to do is crash this wave. We have such a big wave, they're not going to be able to all-in us. We have free reign to just serve this in, and then we can look to base. We won't be near the turret because we're just going to be basing. So, if they don't freeze this, nice, then we can just get the base here. And they won't get to abuse us being somewhat close to the enemy turret there. Well, obviously that plating is very easy to take. Can I risk going for it? No, because Pyke is so strong in the early game. We have to be scared of that. We have to respect it. Did the plating go down? No. Nice. So maybe we'll get a chance to get that in the future. Now as a result of this bounce, so if I were to have stayed in lane, if I were to have stayed in lane, right now the wave is like pretty, like, a little bit on their side of the map, more on the neutral side, but definitely not on our side. So we could be at risk of an all-in. But on the other hand, before Hakram interfered, it was actually a slow push heading towards us. So it was headed in the right direction. And obviously that's completely undone with Hakram gank, but on the bright side, he did get Samira low. So I don't have to be afraid. Damn, if I had known Pyke would do that, I would just hide in a brush and let them all in Zillion. Oh, that's fine. Yeah, so Samira's gonna look to base. We're just going to look to crash this wave then. I was hoping I had a solo plating there. Look to finish crashing this, I believe. Does he get the stun? Not quite. Okay, not bad. Oh, not bad. I forgot about the Zillion bomb explosion. Alright, and I could base here for a long sword, but honestly, so I'm expecting Pyke to probably base soon. And this should hopefully be a fully, like, clean reset between the waves. So because I can't really base for much, I'm just going to stick around and see if I can cheese the Samira. Might be able to stun her against the wall. Ideally, Zillion should have stayed with me, but can immediately get a stun there. We have exhaust if we want it. I probably should not have backed off there. We'll just Q. Okay, we forced our W. That's good. It's a long cooldown. Costs a lot of mana. Delay, I should have got more damage there. I played it too safe for no reason. Because she wasn't level 6. I didn't have to be afraid. But oh well. We initially get an advantage there. Another downside of Zillion basing here is, of course, now the wave is inevitably... Like, it's because of his own doing in particular, the wave is pushing towards them. His last act before recalling was to make sure the wave was pushing towards them. Might have to RQ here, we'll see. Or just Q. Nice. Yeah, so obviously, like, I wish bot lane wave management was as consistently achievable as it should be. Unfortunately, I can't... Well, I can try typing in chat to Zillion not to push, but I don't think that's going to stop him using harassing bombs that are going to inevitably push the lane anyway. If he was my pre-med and I could tell him in voice chat in detail what I need him to do, which is not use Qs, then that would be ideal. Instead, we just have to cope as best as we can. So generally, what we're doing to adapt for the most part, if you haven't caught up to what the pattern is yet, when we accidentally end up pushing as a result of Zillion's actions, not mine, I've never done anything that would lead to pushing, we just lean on the fact that we have a bigger wave than them to keep us safe temporarily, and we leverage that into a clean crash into the enemy turret, and we immediately leave as soon as we crash. We don't stick around, we just recall. Because we don't want to be near the enemy turret. That is the last place we want to be when we're facing an engaged support. I'm gonna prioritize getting this cannon before anything else. And we'll see if we can help here, although most likely not. Okay. Not bad. Hopefully he at least did some damage there. Oh boy. Gonna ult in here. Oop. Okay, nice. I'll take it. Oh yeah, these are the wrong... Not quite the right runes, by the way. I forgot to change my runes from the previous game. The main mistakes that I made were... I would have preferred to run Fleet. Lethal Tempo is okay, but I think Fleet is definitely better, especially if you're doing Static Shiv Rush, which I think is the best on Vayne. And... aside from that, I generally use Resolve on Vayne rather than Sorcery. Do not touch that wave. But Sorcery should be okay as well, I guess. It would mainly be good if we were doing the lethality build, which probably won't do this game. Okay, you know what? Because we have explained that our win condition in this matchup in terms of wave management is to not push, but instead keep the wave frozen towards the turret. That would be impossible to achieve on purpose if I did static shift. I would need the enemies to completely fuck up their own wave management in order to actually keep waves near our turret if I have static shift. So because of that purpose, because of the matchup, I'm actually going to delay the static shift on purpose. It's a pretty nice power spike, but it also makes it impossible to achieve our win condition and wave management this lane. It's probably not even that important at this stage, because at this point I'm actually pretty ahead. I reckon I could just win any fight. But for the purpose of educating you guys, I'm just going to show what you would usually, you know, want to do from this matchup. Because Vayne Zillion does not naturally beat Samira Pike at level 8, I would say. It's only because I'm ahead that I would get away with that. Okay, just some free damage, while Zillion doesn't seem to be, or sorry, Pike doesn't seem to be in a position to capitalize. Yeah, but you can really see that we just have such a massive lead. Like, I don't actually need to be playing so defensively anymore. At the very least, if nothing else, you saw how my previous wave management macro at least kept us somewhat safe in the early game. Didn't quite accomplish what I wanted to do of always keeping the wave near our turret, but I just adapted as best as I could to how the wave states kept ending up. And that's got us to where we are now. We're gonna look to crash this now, because even if we're not scared of Pike, we are still overextended, could be ganked. We see Maokai mid, but he won't always be there. Oh, I should have had him there. Oh. Oh, there's Maokai. Didn't get him, that sucks. Okay, I'm about to have exhaust or flash. I lost vision of Pike, that sucks. Okay, nice, that's our jungler, not somebody else, so we don't have to sweat about the Hecarim being here. Oh, well that's unideal. Oh well. Pretty good outcome overall. Oh, hello, minus this. We no longer have a zillion ult, so I'm gonna try and E her away. Okay, I'm dead. Our only goal now is to do damage as much as we can. Let's see if Zillion can get a kill from this. Ooh, probably not. Maybe. Okay, nice. Not bad, not bad. 1 for 1 is actually a pretty good outcome for that situation. Okay, so I was gonna say, so because of this, at least Kennen gets the free push. Instead he gets ganked by Mordekaiser, so Kennen doesn't get the free push, but that pretty much just passes the problem over to top lane where Garen does get the free push. Either way, because our play relied on one less person than their play did, it opens up one person on my team to just get the free push. I don't really care who, so long as somebody is. He's not quite getting platings, but he is at least denying farm. And getting some turret damage, which will later on lead to a turret.
In the dark, all is laid bare. Your turret has been
Anyway, that whole strategy, by the way, of relying on slow pushes to keep you safe because you have a superior wave, bear in mind, it is not like 100% foolproof. It is not as ideal as just simply having the wave near your turret. Because if the enemies are strong enough, like especially if they have strong early game champions like Draven or Tristana, they can actually all-in you through the bigger wave anyway. It is a safety net, but it is not 100% safety, in other words. Oh.
your team has destroyed
You can probably get away with shoving another wave here.
cleansing blood with soul.
Nice one. I don't want to, no, not gank their bot. I'm gonna rotate mid for now. Does Mordekaiser have ult? I think I can kill him here. Even if I didn't have Hecarim's help. Oh. There we go. This could be trouble though. I'm dead now. Or am I? No, actually, never mind. Not bad. Alright, not bad. Gonna go ahead and base now because I'm sitting on 2 low HP for a champion with no sustain, or at least so far not got any lifesteal in my build. So as nice as it would have been to stick around for trial for us, it's still 700 gold away, so let's not overstay here. We got a pretty good base as it is. We'll want to go bot here. Respond to that wave that's Samira shoving in.
Evil lurks around every corner.
Your team has destroyed a turret.
Can try an all-inner here maybe. So far the mini wave hasn't aggroed onto me. And now I'm just running too fast for the mini wave. Okay, I don't know what the point of that cleanse was. Like I said, I miss out on that cannon, but it's obviously worth it for the kill. Although I would have preferred it if I got an actual kill and not just an assist, which was on the table, but oh well. We can also shove another wave here. It is probably safe unless the enemies are actually rotating here. Looks like they're not. I should be able to get away with shoving another wave here. Maybe. I don't know. It would be nice to have this brush warded. I think I can. If anybody was to come for me right now anyway, it would have just been the Maokai alone, which is probably not something to be afraid of. Now that we shoved in so many bottom waves, we can once again rotate towards mid. Just constantly getting our farm bot lane and then rotating to make sure we're not reliant on the mid laner rotating for us, and if we want to farm mid. Oh. Nice. Okay, that's gonna be a very early FF by the enemies. No biggie. We got to show you about the lane wave management. GG. Alright gamers, we are back for another game of ADC to Master. This game we're going to be playing Sivir Lux against Tristana Swain. I was actually going to use the Aerie build. I saw Lux and I decided Sivir would be good with Lux. And the Aerie build is really good at the moment. However, looking at the enemy comp, they have 2 tanks from our testing in the last Sivir video. We determined that Aerie was really good, but not really probably the ideal build against tanks. You really struggle against tanks with the Aerie build, both because you don't have lethal tempo, and also because you don't have cut down, which are 2 big sacrifices to make when you're facing tanks. So, facing 2 tanks, we run the lethal tempo build. And as for the matchup, and how our wave management will factor in here, Vayne you could basically consider a sort of all-in support. He basically looks for picks. However, he's he's also like not bad at laning under turret. He's not a melee support. He doesn't get screwed over by being near the turret. Sure, you're a little bit safer under turret than you are away from the turret against the Swain. But on the other hand, his all-ins are not necessarily terrifying, so you don't have to be too afraid of them. And if we're talking about Tristana, she is also actually less effective when you're under turret. But at the same time, we have a bot lane where I would say we don't have to be necessarily afraid that we're going to lose fights. And we have Lux who's really good at harassing under turret. So what I'm going to say is the right call here is, I mean, if you want to play it safe, you absolutely can just do what I've been doing in the previous 2 matchups. Was the first matchup an all-in one? I think so. You can do at least what we did in the previous game, which is let the enemies shove you in and stay safe there. But on the other hand, I feel like we have the chance to play aggressively here. Not as much as if I'd gone Aerie, to be fair. With Aerie, we could play more aggressively, we'd have a stronger early game. But I have exhaust, I'm not too terrified of Tristana. So I say we can go on the aggressive here. And then we'll just play it by ear and we see how the lane goes from there. We have the option to start playing defensively at any point if we decide that is going to be the right call. Already hit by a few Swanies, but you can see, I mean, it's not a terrifying engage. Not bad. And we got the Sivir spell shield to avoid some of those E's. I think it might be an ability like a Nivea Q, by the way, where you can spell shield one half and then get hit by the other. So we want to try and avoid that. I think there I managed to get hit by the first half, but then spell shield the second half, which is the important one to spell shield. Looks like Tristana's already based, so we want to look to crash this. Oh, did she actually base? Oh, no, okay, she's still there. Just chugged 3 potions and waited for her HP to come back up, I guess. Either way, it's not a bad time to base, so I say we do it. Although another thing we could do would have been just cheesing this brush, but since Lux is low on mana, I say nah, let's just base. There's a chance we could miss farm, but it looks like they're not actually trying to crash this ASAP. So we shouldn't miss too much, maybe just these 3 melees. Two melees even. Whoop. Ah, missed 3 in the end. But well, at least I got XP from the third one. It's good to play safe right now. At the moment, they've got the push towards us. Which means, you know, the wave is gonna end up under turret, which leaves us in a pretty safe swap, but is not quite there yet. Now it is. And this is where Tristana absolutely would want to base. So I want to start pushing. Because I don't want to give Tristana a good opportunity to base. If she was to base on this wave, I would look to crash this wave because I'm Sivir, so I got really good wave clear. In order to make her miss farm. So she's gonna stay, presumably, because she doesn't want to miss farm. I mean, who does? We'll throw a Q onto Swain there while he's rooted. It's impossible to miss. I didn't actually have to use W here. I don't necessarily want to push. Slow pushing is fine as well. Oh, let's go for Swain. Nice. Perfect. Now we can look to crash this and then go for the Drake. Now I'm down for the Drake, we just need to crash first. Especially as we see a Mumu top, we know we're not going to be contested here. So the right call is for Tristana to definitely base 100% there. Especially because if you're Tristana here, you probably expect Sivir to be too distracted with the Drake to even crash. Oh, she's actually going to stay. Okay, so she wants to try and crash this while I'm on Drake, which to be fair is a decent call, but I'm not going to let that happen. Not bad. So we don't let that happen. And now we should look to crash this fast. To make her miss farm if she's basing. Not quite the crash I would have preferred, but hopefully we can still crash this one in time. I got cookies, so I can use that for some extra mana to shove this faster. And even though we're not doing Air Saver, I'm still gonna do the Static Shiv Rush, because I've fallen in love with that. I think that guy's doomed. We're just gonna base here.
An ally has been slain.
Fuck it. We don't need those cookies, we don't need those potions. That potion.
Laws or whatever works every time.
Okay, so while they've got the slow push going, this means that in the near future, this wave is going to end up in a very safe spot for us, but is not currently. So in the meantime, we have to play extremely safe. Obviously, it looks like it's just 1v2 for now, so that would mean, generally, if you're 1v2, obviously you don't have to play too safe. The only concern is maybe Swain could be in a brush somewhere, actually trying to cheese us with a random E that we're not expecting. That's what we got to be afraid of there. See, do we still need to play safe? Actually, so I actually think we should probably play safer now than we were before. It's a bit hard for me to control the wave management in a safe way if Lux uses E's like that, but Swain... Oh, he's not even level 6 yet, actually. So I was thinking of the Swain level 6 and how that makes their bot lane overall much stronger in fights than they were previously, but it's not a concern as long as he's not 6. Tristana did also gain a significant power spike over me in fights, though. As long as she's level 6 and I'm not, because I don't really have a combat ultimate, but she does. This is a slight advantage gain to her, but I do also have a big farm lead, which is giving me an item lead. So overall, I'm fine to keep playing aggressively, except I do have to be wary of the fact that Swain will hit level 6 at some point. And then we might lose the ability to win fights, and then we would have to play safer. So I'm going to start playing safe in advance. I only meant to hit certain minions there. Okay, at this point... I generally switch over to W max here. I think I'm gonna do that. Since I'm building crit and DPS. Ooh, close one. Yeah, since I don't have spell shield here, I'm playing it more on the safe side, because otherwise Tristana could destroy me. I do have exhaust, to be fair. Maybe I could have actually played more aggressively for the kill. Lux is already out of mana, which is not good for us. I think I'm just gonna crash this wave and then look to base. Because Lux is no good to me with this much mana. We both need to base. Looks like she is basing. Ooh, I'm super close to crit cloak, which would be nice. I guess I've waited half the gold, I'll just finish waiting. Debatably, I would have lost most or all of that wave anyway. I guess I could have done with faster crash. Probably made the call to base too late. Oh, and it was a cannon wave, to be fair. Yeah, and I wasn't wave clearing as hard as I could. Maybe I should have slow pushed that wave and then crashed the next one, actually. Would have been a better call, just to not lose the 6 CS. But I might be able to deny all that farm from Tristana as well. You can see we crashed that insanely fast. Is a Mumu? I don't know where a Mumu is, actually. I'm gonna risk going for the plating here. Oh, I was really hoping to get that before Lux showed up and taxed 88 gold. Oh well. We're gonna sit back. And obviously, with the static shift purchase, goodbye wave management. It's our only option now is to push. Either that or we just like only lost hit and the enemy just rely on the enemies only like pushing really hard. But you know, I don't think we particularly need to. It looks like we have a pretty solid lead. Oop. Could have been a bit more patient there. Nice. Now that Swain is low, we absolutely do not have to play safe. Oh, let me use E or ult rather. That's a dead Swain. I have E in case Tristana gets her E back up, or I need it for an Amumu ult. Oh, okay, that's a few too many people, I think. Okay, not bad, not bad. Yeah, obviously, if I just commit to pushing on Sivir rather than playing safe, it also just makes my kit more effective, since it means that I can actually poke with W. I can't poke with W. I need a ward behind me. If I'm committed to not pushing. So the ideal state for Sivir, especially in the later levels, is to be pushing. Thankfully we have a lead, so we can do that without any worries. So she wants to base. I don't really care. Like, if she bases, then it's a win for me because I'll get a CS lead. If she stays, that's still a win for me because she's so low that I have a chance to kill her. I don't particularly care what she does here. Everything's a mistake. She's in a no-win situation. Unless she gets bailed out by her jungler, of course, which may happen now. As far as I know, he doesn't have ult, though. Oh, my bad. Thankfully, we're bailed out by our jungler. Oh god, that might kill me. Please die. Ah, damn it. I actually... If you had just died slightly sooner, my level up would have saved me. Fuck, that's unlucky. Man, blows. Did not think about the possibility of being ignited. To be fair, my flash was really dumb because I had a... I like thought that I might level up, but I was like too in the moment to like actually look at my XP. I was just hoping that I would, so I had no guarantee actually in my mind that I was going to level up there. I only flashed on the possibility that I might level up, which it turns out in hindsight that I was right, but it was a bad call to make when I didn't know that I was going to level up. And even obviously, even if I was right, which I was, I mean, I still didn't manage to live long enough anyway. Or more accurately, Swain did not die soon enough. But there is a decent chance of leveling up on kills because they give so much XP. Okay, so ideally I want more vision to do with Samuma. At least the ward here will be really good. And also remove any Bloscon that might be there. Yeah, get that out of the way. That would be very effective for ganking us. So if you want to play this aggressively, you know, pushing like this, then you need that kind of deep vision. It is most effective once your support has wards, so you can have multiple wards down. I could push the turret already. Is this going to be first turret? It is actually. I'm just going to take it. I see Fizz on the way, but I should be fine. I'm just going to get it ASAP to make sure our team is the one that gets first turret and there's no shenanigans that causes us to lose it. Oh, I don't think it was worth ulting him. Actually, Fizz might still be in the bush for all I know. He's not. Oh, dude, I forgot pickaxe does not build into Navori. Whoops. What can we build pickaxe into then? Might just end up having to sell it. That was a big mistake to make because I don't want to do Infinity Edge on Sivir. Oh. Don't mind if I do a Momo. Alright, let's not push it. Oh, I could do Collector later on, really later on. Because I don't want to do it third against tanks. Anything else? Mercurial. Mercurial is actually okay, but still for much later on only. We'll just see. I might end up selling this pickaxe, I might end up keeping it. Depends on how our bases go. I'm just gonna return here to bot. So there's no guarantee that if we push here, it could just be defended by an enemy. I have no guarantee I'm actually gonna get a turret there. If I go bot, I do know that I am guaranteed to get gold from the CS, and I am guaranteed to defend a turret, which otherwise may go down. Because we know nobody else in our team would be around to defend that. So I'm gonna make the more reliable call here. My bad, Mr. Cannon. I'm just defending bot. Ideally, I should have probably actually pushed that slower so that I get a chance to shove in another wave and crash those two waves instead of the waves meeting here. Because it means that Tristana has, can shove it in faster and force me to return to bot sooner. I get more time on mid lane grouped if I shove in two waves compared to one. But I don't want to overextend farm the second wave. I'm just gonna ignore whatever's going on there and just go straight for this turret. Maybe I should have rotated for the fight actually. Because obviously the push could be defended. Either way, my team won the fight, so it's not a big difference. Oh. Meanwhile, though, they've been missing farm. Nice one. Oop. Okay, nice. I was clicking the map there by accident, so I was accidentally walking into danger temporarily. I could ult if I really need to escape something here. They decide to try and punish me here. How much do I need for Navori? Not much. I definitely won't need to sell pickaxe for Navori at least. I just shove one more wave and I got it. I can't afford to walk up this far only because I have like both my ultimate up and my spell shield and even my flash if it really turns into a disaster. I should have had enough for Navori already from that. That's really annoying. Ezreal took some of that farm. I gotta go for Raptors, I guess, because I am not gonna fight on this goal without getting Navori. Looks that Drake is already spawning, but it is what it is. Somebody should get that ball in farm. If nobody else, then Lux. I would get it myself, but I'm already wasting enough time. I need to just get my gold spent here. Yes, in theory, I mean, the build of, like, Lord Dominic's into Collector would be fine. I would actually maybe prefer, though, Lord Dominic's into Mercurial Scimitar. I don't think I like Collector as much as I do Phantom Dancer on Crit Sivir anyway. Won't bother with the red so far, actually. Was worth a shot. Alright, let's get this red. We get this red, and then we rotate bot. That's fine, just as long as I get the buff. Oh, she's there. Should I ult to kill her? Yeah, fuck it. Oh, my bad. Didn't mean to click away there. Alright, nice. So even if we were to eventually just be able to chase her down, even without ult, the longer she keeps on running, the more risk there is that eventually she'll just run into her teammates who are coming to save her, and it'll turn into a team fight that we might lose. Whereas if I use my ultimate, as overkill as it may be in the long run, in theory, in the short term it at least guarantees that that good outcome does happen, that we just kill Tristana without having any deaths. And there's no risk of a fight breaking out that we might lose. Okay, we know the start is going down. In the meantime, we just start popping towards a Mumu. Oh, okay. I need this Lux to stop using her E on the waves. It's eventually gonna cost me farm. At least she's not detonating it, though. She's actually trying to let me have the farm, but, you know, why use E then? Okay, nice. We spell shielded it. I have no attack speed, though. I'm probably in trouble here. Okay, wait, let's kill Tristana. And what was a slight risk, but I think we may get away with it. I need to pot towards here so I don't get hit by Fizz. I have ult now anyway. I can use it to escape if I really need to. Oh god, I didn't expect that. What the hell? Alright, nice. Jesus. Okay, so for that to work for Fizz, he needed Malphite to stay on me as well. My god, I did not expect that Blast Cone. No, that's not Lost Whisper. This is Lost Whisper. And we can... I guess Eldarin's Blade is going to be better than selling Pickaxe. The awkward thing about keeping this... No, actually, no, it works fine. Because once we complete Lord Dominic's, we will still have another slot available for QSS. Which will make us completely safe against the Amumu ult without having to predict it with Spell Shield. And will allow us to save Spell Shield for other stuff. Like the Amumu Q, the Malphite ult. Stuff that is easier to react to, or possible to react to. Since you can't really react to a Amumu ult. Unless you're a script. Oh, I can push a turret here. place a ward there. Just to get some information. It is possible that it might get collapsed on by somebody here. I'm just gonna take the gamble and assume probably not. And even if it is somebody like Fizz here, I mean, I don't really have to be afraid. I'm gonna exhaust him just to be on the safe side, but I doubt he was fed enough to win that without hitting me with ult. And he didn't even hit me with E, did he? So pretty much no concern at all there, but just to be safe in case he happened to be really fed without me noticing. Oh, I got revealed by something. Let's keep on running. So just to be clear, probably the only real circumstance in which I would have sold my pickaxe was if I happened to be forced to base earlier than anticipated when I was going towards Navori. Like if I got killed, for example, or I ran out of HP and mana and was forced to base, and I could complete Navori just by selling pickaxe, then I would have done that. It is the unideal scenario though. It is not optimal, but if I just happen to be forced to base at that point, it would be worth it to sell pickaxe. Otherwise, it is more worth it to just stay until you have Navori without having to sell your pickaxe. In this scenario where you just happen to buy pickaxe too early by mistake. So long as you're actually going to build it into something. Even if you aren't going to build it into something, you would still at least want to hold on to it for as long as possible. As long as you are, like, selling it is not necessary for your next item. Because why waste that gold, right? May as well keep it for as long as possible since it's a good component. Alright, let's activate ult here. Nice one. Isn't there? I have spell shield, but... Ooh. Nice one. Does my 3 kill him? Hey, let's go. Too satisfying. I can maybe catch him. How much longer do I have on ult? Yep. Ah, he flashed away. Never mind. Alright, let's push this. Let's not play like Iron. There's more to the game than kills. I think we can steal some camps on the way out. How much do I need for the full scimitar? Just a lone wolf there, reported. Oh, I've already got scimitar. Okay, well, based on that, don't have to steal the gromp as well. Okay, if I knew that Amumu was just gonna leave, and that nobody's gonna contest, I would've gone for the gromp, but oh well. Too late now. And now we can get another quick cloak, which will build into whatever. Not too important. Could do Kraken Slayer, would be the best choice for killing their tanks. Their tanks are definitely not really that big of an issue right now though, when I've already got Lord Dominic's, and I got Lethal Tempo, and I got Cooldown, and I am so fed, especially. What I could end up doing is... Well, I could do Phantom Dancer. Phantom Dancer is actually probably my favorite choice here. I think I'll do Phantom Dancer. Alternatively, I could do GA, but I actually... You know what I've mainly discovered I really like is like in the Jinx game. Hang on. I had Scimitar in case he actually ulted me, but he should have ulted me, but I would have had the response for it anyway. So it would have worked out about the same for him. That was a big well, I don't know if it was like his fault or his team's fault for not following up, but absolutely somebody made a huge mistake there. Since Amumu by himself could not kill me. Yeah, so as you might have seen in this Jinx game, I actually really like GA as a final item if you already have one Zeal item, because then it allows you to sell your boots for another Zeal upgrade. And you still have enough movement speed and you get a 100% crit without overcapping. And like, you can only really do that if you have GA or, I don't know, like some sort of lethality item, I guess, but you wouldn't really do a lethality item. Whereas if I were to do, for example, final item Bloodthirster, then I can only really replace boots comfortably if I were to replace both my Bloodthirster and boots at the same time. So if you build GA in advance as your 6th item, it's like thinking ahead and thinking, okay, this basically allows me to, as soon as I can, replace my boots for a Phantom Dancer, or a Fire Cannon, or a Runans, whatever your ADC wants. I quite like that. Because it basically means that on your 6th item, you're not actually full build yet. You still have one upgrade to make to your build. Which is very nice.
An enemy has been slain.
Nice, didn't even need to auto-attack to clear that. Oh, hello. Alright, I guess we're waiting for the... Actually, we're not waiting for anything. I was gonna say Baron, but nothing is really up here. Well, at least going to the brush here, I could be in some risk if more of their teammates are there than I can see. And I'm gonna rotate here now. Maybe I should have waited for Market to come with me. We'll ult and we could start DPSing. I would not have spell shielded that if that was actually aimed at me. So a bit lucky that it wasn't. I would have... Not that I would have died, but it would have cost me some DPS. Oh. Wait, I'm dead now. Fuck. Where am I? Oh, no way! Was it the turret that killed me or what? Anyway, my bad. I needed the spell shield there. She was... It's a bit unfortunate timing because she clearly turned back to ult me before I'd even flashed on her. If I just flashed immediately, she would not have even had time to consider that maybe she should try and ult me. So I should have, like... I guess when should I have flashed on her? I mean, so the thing is, actually, ideally for me though, I shouldn't... No, but I'm taking aggro either way, so I can flash on her immediately, right? Like, as soon as I kill Malphite. Right about here, I could already start flashing on her if I want to try and kill her as I did. Now the problem is, I'm not actually in range of her yet. You know what, I should have just not flashed. I was about to reach her anyway. I was just in a hurry to try and beat the turret. I was on a timer to kill her before the turret killed me, basically. But yeah, I think before I even got in her range, she was already just turning around to ult me unnecessarily. So that's kind of what screwed me there. Alright, now that we're actually this late into the game, by the way, this is when we could actually consider, for example, selling the static shiv for GA, and then we can sell the boots for a Ezreal upgrade, which on silver would probably be Fire Cannon, ideally, not Runans. I don't imagine Runans gives you extra W hits, otherwise Runans would be broken on her. Nice one. Yeah, the wave clear from Static Shiv was super good early on. Definitely becomes really overkill late game. I do not mind selling this item now, even though it was my first item. I missed the cannon. Oh well. I'll just help after I've got this inhib. Oh, gotta be a little bit careful there. Okay, nice. We'll ult to follow up this Aatrox engage. Oh. Nice one. Oh, I didn't mean to get hit by the Phantom Laser. No way. Oh my god, that was so lucky. Also, meanwhile, Fizz. What the hell? I have to base either way. I can't do anything here.
Your team has destroyed a turret. Your inhibitor has been destroyed. Shut down.
Okay, nice. As if we needed to be any safer, really, but... Like I said, so I wouldn't want to sell my boots for Fire Cannon yet, because that would just leave me on 120% crit, which just feels dumb. I don't know if it's a bad idea, but it feels dumb. At least this way, I get 80% crit, but which, you know, is not as good as 100% crit, obviously. But that obviously comes with the opportunity, like the opposite of opportunity cost, I guess, opportunity gain of having the GA passive. So it's not like you're not necessarily downgrading, even though you are losing crit. I guess I'm fine to push here. 2 of the team are dead. Everybody else is visible on mid lane. You can see we don't need the static ship at all anymore. Our W is just so powerful by this point. How much gold do we need for fire cannon? We need 2,230, I think. That's when we could recall swap out boots if we wanted to. Which obviously we want to at some point, but there will be no need for it if we can just end the game, honestly. Well, I would say the right call is just to push top. That's the only lane where they have any inhibs down. There's no need to go mid. Basically... oh, they're engaging, aren't they? Gonna try and make it clear to them. So, at the moment we have two pushing lanes that are gonna push regardless of whether we are on those lanes or not. The enemies have a lane that is pushing top lane, but it's the only lane they can push. And so if we push top, that means they can't push top and they have no lane they can push. That's why the only logical choice right now is to go top. Because if we commit to pushing mid or pushing bot, one of those lanes where we have the inhib down, we are basically taking a coin flip that we can end the game before this minion wave ends up taking our Nexus turrets. Or forcing one of us to recall to defend that. Which, if we're forced to recall to defend it, we're basically ending the game on pause. Whoops. Which we could just avoid just by pushing top. So this looks slow so far, but... oh, hang on. I might be in trouble here. Wait, he's killing me with Thornmail. Okay, I'm fine. I don't know where the rest of my team was. Definitely not peeling me, but it looks like it's fine. I had GA anyway, so that was not really as tense as it looked. But anyway, alright, GG. Alright, gamers, we are back for another video or game of ADC 2 Master, where we're going to be playing Tristana Senna into Misfortune Nami. In hindsight, picking Tristana was probably not the greatest choice for a video dedicated to wave management, given the fact that as an ADC, she is like literally the only ADC in the game that cannot freeze even if she wanted to. But fortunately, this is not really a matchup where I would say we want to freeze either way. As far as this matchup goes, I would say generally just we either ball in once to get the push, and the only consideration behind pushing is that it leaves you more vulnerable to ganks. That is it. We don't have to be under turret to be safe from them. I would say we don't quite want to push under turret either though, especially as Tristana, so more like a slow push or even wave state is going to be ideal for us, but we don't want to have a minion wave disadvantage either, because that's going to leave us with less farm than, or less CS than them, or no, less minions in the lane than them, and make it riskier to all in, as we'll take more minion damage than they will. Yeah, we can just immediately all in right away. They're not level 2 yet. Do they have exhaust? They don't. Alright, now we back off. I don't need to waste mana on the jump out. You can see that just those two abilities is basically half my mana bar, so we want to be a little bit conservative with the W if possible. I'd only use it to get out there if it was going to be like a lot of horrible damage on the way out, but Misfortune was already running away anyway, so we don't take too much. And for a 1v2 trade, it wasn't a terrible one. Okay, we want to guide this wave to the turret, make sure it actually... I guess it's the turret. Now, first thing we should do is just place a ward, because we're facing J4. We could do an early cheese gank. Alright, now... it's a bit of an awkward one. Okay, we see J4 topside. It's a bit of an awkward one, because now... we're too close to the turret to play aggressively here. We ideally want them to push us a little bit here, just to get the wave in a better spot, where we can all in more aggressively as Tristana. But on the other hand, that gives them a slow push where they get the bigger wave, where once they have the bigger wave, it is also less effective for me to go aggressive anyway. So this, I maybe should have just cheated recalled there actually, because it's not like I could harass them under turret. I'm not that kind of champion. So I was just kind of like wasting my time there, waiting for them to finish farming CS under turret. And now I'm just like waiting for the wave to be in a better spot. Okay, we just all in Misfortune here to protect Senna. I missed one auto there, which is gonna deny me the reset, so I need to get out. If I misclick one auto, then I'm no longer gonna get the reset on Tristana, so you should just back off. Rather than fully dragging it out to the last possible bomb stack and then realizing, oh, now I'm kind of screwed even though I maximized my damage. Okay, nice. Yeah, if we don't jump on Misfortune there, then they just get the free hit Senna. And as I walk up to them, then they just back off and they did a ton of free damage to Senna. If I just jump on Misfortune, then it's not a free punish on to Senna. They're gonna be forced to switch aggro onto me, and then I just get my trade off, and then I would have jumped out if I got the reset, but either that or just killed Misfortune, either one. We'll try and help here. By help, I mean kill steal. Good enough. There's somebody here, Ari. I'm not gonna jump through alone though. Probably didn't need to bother with my bomb though, but I didn't realize how low he was. Only downside is just that I wasted a little bit of mana. Okay, so the wave is not that big right now, especially once I kill these melees, so we're good to go super aggressive again. With some CS, but whatever. I'm just gonna go. I don't know why Nami isn't igniting me. There we go, we just cleansed that. I was always paying a lot of attention, making sure that if Nami were to ignite me, I would just insta-cleanse it, so I take minimal damage from that. Because without ignite, it was gonna be a tight fight, but I know Tristana's limits well enough, and their damage well enough to know that I'm not really gonna die there so long as I can remove the ignite after the first tick. I don't need to shove another wave here. Since I couldn't crash that wave, maybe I could have done with slip pushing. Okay, we can maybe try and kill Nami here. Or I just actually get away here. Oh no, that cancelled me. That's a disaster. My bad. Didn't think that would reach me. Oof, goodbye Lee Sin. My bad. Okay, what do we want to do? Static Shiv? I haven't really tried Static Shiv on Tristana. Except like when it was first released, but I think it got buffed after that. Let's try it out. Actually, but we are facing... I'll fight the tank. Whatever. How tanky can you really get? Plus he's behind for now. Really behind. Look at his farm. But yeah, ideally we would have pushed that first wave a little bit slower because we weren't going to crash that one anyway. And that would have left us in a slightly safer spot at least while trying to crash the second wave. I don't think it would have made a difference really, but you know, the theory is that if you can't crash the first wave that you ideally would want to crash, you shouldn't push it too hard because then you're going to be overextended while pushing in the second wave. So that was my main mistake there. My wave management mistake. Misfortune has very little mana, but she does have some. She doesn't need too much mana to fight. Basically just her Q and W. Also don't know where J4 is, so I'm hesitant to jump in. Anyway. I'd like to know where J4 is. I could just base. I would have preferred not to do it in vision though. Okay, just leave it at that. We actively don't want to trade against them. Misfortune while she has the Nami E, especially while I already used my bomb. Okay, we have to back off here. Bro, she sees us backing off, still walks into the lane anyway. How annoying is that? Okay, I still get all the last hits, thankfully. Gotta keep on playing safe. Ari could like loop around, still try and gank us here if we were to go for an all-in. I'm guessing she's probably going mid though, because the enemy bot lane, yeah, they're not like positioning any more aggressively than they were, so they're not trying to bait anything, which is a slight giveaway that Ari probably wasn't sticking around. Which doesn't matter, we have to play it ultra safe anyway, just in case, but it's just interesting to note. Okay, J4 is dead, Ari is mid, we could go aggressive now. If we do, it has to be onto Misfortune. We can't go into Nami and ignore Misfortune, or Misfortune could clean us up. J4 could be reviving soon though. So this is like too pushed, like you can see now. I want to try and crash this because I'm sitting on 1,000 gold. I may as well base for Static Shiv. But obviously I'm a little bit overextended here while I push for this. We could potentially die to J4 just like we did before. Looks like we're gonna get lucky this time. So let's Tristana. I don't think I had much of a choice there. I don't think I was pushing intentionally fast. It's just how Tristana is.
An enemy has been slain.
Any kind of lost setting is pushing.
Let's get this party started. Who wears a helmet?
We can all in here. This should be good. Boom. Dead. Damn it. Can maybe try and kill Nami here too. I just need my bomb to be back up at the very least. Okay, this is fine. Don't even need it. Nice one, Senna. Well, one thing I do like about the Static Shiv is it just makes it easier to clear enemy minions if you want to all in. Get the minion damage out of the way. Okay, I already have that plating. I'm just gonna base here. Got plenty of gold. I'll just get BF sword instead of Berserkers, I guess, since I don't want to wait for longsword. I think Berserkers and longsword would have been fine though, but I'm not gonna wait for it. At least with the BF sword rush, we're gonna have a ton of burst. And you can see just how easily we burst the Misfortune there. Now we're gonna have even less of a... We would need her to be like even less low in order to be one-shottable. So like even if Senna doesn't damage Misfortune, I can hopefully still one-shot her here when I've got ult up. Or I could just do that same burst onto that same HP from Misfortune and kill her without ult at this point. Either way, it just makes the burst easier. Need a low or higher threshold. Lower threshold? I don't know what the right term is there. Whatever threshold of HP. Is Misfortune roaming as well? No, but that doesn't matter. Nami's roaming, which means Misfortune is alone, which makes this an easy dive. I'm gonna ping that. She should be using ult to clear this wave. I don't even care if Sen is not engaging with me, I'm just gonna burst her. And you can see just how easy that is, thanks to the BF sword. With Berserkers, that wouldn't have been so clean. For sure. Yeah, Senna, seemingly no idea what I was trying to communicate with those pings. Whatever, thankfully I'm playing an ADC who can just dive by herself. We'll probably get the turret here. It is a little bit of a risk. But if Ari is coming here, then there's nobody defending top. We see J4. I say top because their top laner was mid. So that would leave Ari going top. Actually, I can stick around for one more wave. In theory, would have been much more convenient if she had just allowed the J4 recall to go through though. We could go aggressive here. I'm gonna go on Nami. Yeah, we don't actually really need cleanse here. I took it because even on the off chance that they didn't have exhaust, at least I'd be able to use it for the Nami bubble. But it's not worth it just for the Nami bubble. I was purely predicting an exhaust on their behalf, either on Misfortune or on Nami. If they don't have exhaust, I would rather have heal or exhaust myself, but Obviously we can't predict that. It's just good to blind cleanse because of how hard a counter exhaust is to Tristana. And cleanse gives you the ability to get around that.
Let's see if this makes it through the first explosion. Killing spree.
Somebody pushing in that bot wave? No. Well, actually, now they are. I'll just get this one mid wave and then I'm gonna rotate straight to bot. So for example, the next person to get this mid wave could be one of these guys, but the next person to get this bot wave could only be me. So we'll leave that mid wave for a chance for Xerath to get that. And either way, I would like to defend this bot lane turret rather than let Misfortune get it for free. Oop. Damn it. Nobody went for the mid lane wave anyway, but that's hindsight. Finish shoving that in, and I'm just gonna rush straight to mid. I probably shouldn't have used W, it's not gonna be off cooldown yet by the time I get there. In general though, you can be a bit more spam happy with your W once you have Navori, since you're not gonna rely on resets to get it on a low cooldown anymore.
Shut down. An enemy has been slain.
All cooldowns back up, and everybody is top lane, so I can just dive Misfortune again here. Oh, the start is already down though.
An ally has been slain.
Okay, a little bit further out then. Here we go. Overextended. She can flash, heal, doesn't matter. She's still dead no matter what there.
An enemy has been slain.
Okay, everybody that's alive is top lane. I'm just gonna keep on pushing this. Next person to revive is Nami. Nami is not even a threat. We'll save the rest of the cooldowns that are coming up to just kill Nami here if she tries to do anything to me. Okay, I think Ari might have based now. I'm not sure. We'll just finish this. No more considering going on Nami because Ari could pop up right in time to stop me. Okay, we take that inhib, and now I can just go look for their camps, steal whatever I can find. Which it turns out is their entire bot side jungle. Maybe Konami? This is a bit of a risk, honestly. Oh, well this blows. Yeah, like I said, a bit of a risk. Oh, so I didn't notice I had cleanse up. Did I get bubbled? I did. I should have been able to kill Nami, get the reset, and actually get out there. But it wasn't even worth the risk of jumping in. Even if I killed her, and it cost me my cleanse and flash to escape while killing her, it just wouldn't have been worth it. Yeah, my ultimate was just trying to kill her before I got bubbled because I didn't think I had cleanse. I feel like I only recently talked about why I ran cleanse, and that was when I lost cleanse to the Nami bubble, but I guess it was a while ago. I guess, is Malphite building armor? I mean, he's really behind though. I can just get away with doing...
Has been slain.
I guess Kraken Slayer? I'm thinking, is Kraken Slayer or Phantom Dancer better here? I guess Kraken Slayer is fine. I was thinking of Lost Whisper, but it just feels unnecessary. There's gonna be nothing left in that middle lane wave by the time I get there, so we're just gonna ignore it entirely and just go for Antara bot side jungle since nobody seems to be on their way to farm that. Nice.
Your team has destroyed a turret.
Oh yeah, Jerk is spawning. We got the Herald here though. In fact, I think with that mid lane wave needing a response, I say we just push mid or push bot for now. We're gonna have a small window here where somebody's defending this. Arya's pretty low, so we can absolutely get this turret. Looks like I'm the only person to recognize that. No biggie. We got a free turret. I can pressure bot at least. At least show myself. They can't just all defend against the Xerath. They have to make sure that I'm not stealing this. And my team can obviously do the Drake without me. Again, they want to defend against Xerath there. That's basically going to leave the inhib open. Gotta be a little bit careful. There could be collapsing on me. Yeah, they're trying to. That's why we play nice, patient, slow. And we can steal their camps once again. Of course, the upside of playing Tristana is like she's probably the most independent ADC in the game. Can get away with the most heinous of shit. Like stealing every enemy camp, 1v1ing anybody. Oh, I needed one more auto. Ideally, I'm gonna risk it. Boom. There we go. Hello. Oh, hello. Wait, what? Okay. Dude, I pressed R exactly as she used her R away from me. Which, obviously my R was on cooldown because I used it on Nami, but I forgot. But it looked, because she R'd away at the same moment, it looked like I'd R'd her away, but she hadn't taken damage from it, so that really confused me. You can also run Exhaust on Tristana if you just want to be as strong as possible in the mid game and just have the most 1v1 potential as possible in the mid game as well. I would have done it this game except Senna had Exhaust. Cleanse is better for generally better for snowballing in lane though. So you can remove enemy exhausts. Oh my god, I might be dead here. They're behind minions, so I can't be charmed. And when I get coolness back, I could turn. That's exactly the moment that Ari turned away, though, so we can't kill her. That's fine. Is she gonna try and ult me? Oh, wow. They really want me. If misfortune to splash, I'm really dead here. Okay, nice. Jeez, I didn't expect that long ass chase. Let's get this red buff. It's gone in 7 seconds. We timed it on the last video. It disappears 1 minute. You can tell because of the timer. At 4 minutes it disappears because it only lasts for 1 minute. Which can be useful information to know. Nice one. Mid lane inhib isn't done anymore. I'm gonna push another wave. And I'll just go back to that Baron and make sure our team can get that. Again, I'm just happy to spam W. The only consideration when you have Navori between spamming W is just how much mana you have. It does cost a little bit of mana, but if you're full mana, you don't have to worry about it. Just be sure you don't run too low on mana or you're not going to have enough for combat. This guy is way overextended. Nearly got the inhib though, I guess. Nice, can we maybe get the Sari? I've cleansed to remove her charm if necessary, but I don't have Q up anyway, so I'd rather not try and make a play right now. I'm not at my strongest. Wait, she might be dead, I'm not entirely sure. Nice, I killed her. Oof. Alright, we're just gonna ignore that. No chance of turning that around, we're just gonna go for the camps right away. Nice one, Mordekaiser. You know, honestly, in hindsight, maybe I could have won that. I didn't expect Mordekaiser to be such a monster, but whatever. This is the safe play. That was pure hindsight. The fact that I could win that. Maybe if I was Faker, I would have known I could win that, but I'm not. I'm just gonna steal all of their camps. This sets J4 so behind. Okay, if he's already farmed this top side, then not so much. Not even a grump. Okay, whatever. At least I got their bot side jungle. I don't like basing on this gold. Maybe I should have stuck around for 2 more camps. 3 more camps maybe would have got me Lord Dominic's.
An enemy has been slain.
Just gonna take every camp because Lee isn't. We're pretty close to ending the game anyway. It's not like that will hurt him in the long run. There is no long run. We'll rush over to where the fight is in case we can maybe turn that or help with it if they're winning. Or we can just end straight up.
Destroyed a turret.
Oh, Xerath. And he missed the Z. Oof. I'm not willing to jump in here, it's too much of a risk. That is exactly why I picked Tristana in this game, by the way. I saw the J4 and I was like, yep, Tristana's good. Into that.
The enemy's inhibitor is respawned.
Alright, GG.
A summoner has disconnected. Victory!
Alright, gamers, we are back for another game of Caitlyn 2 Diamond. No, not... I knew this mistake would happen to me at some point. We're back for another game of ADC to Master. Caitlyn to Diamond is another series, which I think is over already. Anyway, we're going to be playing Caitlyn Senna into Kai'Sa Sona. So this is a matchup we can absolutely bully very hard. Sona is relatively low ranged. Kai'Sa is relatively low ranged. They don't have good all in. It's going to be, if I can stop misclicking, super easy to pressure them. So what we want to do ideally, we have basically 2 choices. I guess ideally in the early game, best choice is to slow push. But then later on, especially once we have more vision coming in from Senna, or if we just happen to have enough vision down, we can just perma push them under turret and harass them while they try and farm under turret. Things all over the place here with these minions. I'm really near her mini wave there, so I'm not gonna try and harass her there while she goes for that last hit. Oh fuck. Oh, I just noticed they're both level 2 as well. Yeah, that was not a good trade, my bad. I'm gonna start using Q to push here, because we don't have as big a minion advantage as I would like. Since I'm gonna get fleet up, I would like to poke with that. Oh, that wasn't quite a fleet auto. There we go. If I'm gonna trade autos with anybody, I'd like it to be when fleet is up, so I get that small bit of healing. Basically had 72 healing in trades, which is pretty nice so far from the fleet. Nice one, that is really good, Senna. Don't have Q, but we absolutely do not want to take drag out that trade while we're in range of Kai'Sa. Our advantage is of course range, so we want to keep our distance as much as possible, even if using E for that.
I'm not here to serve. I'm here to protect.
Okay, nice. I've Trumps, I've healed a little bit. Also have fleet full work, and that should be a kill for me, ideally. Nice one, Senna. Well played. Did look a little bit dicey there, but I was fairly like they're you know, Kai'Sa, Sona. They do not have the tools to actually kill me there. Burst me, sure. Give me a little bit low, sure. But if I cleanse the exhaust, so there's no slow on me, and just flash away from Kai'Sa's range, there's just no way I'm gonna die there. And meanwhile, they've just wasted all of their cooldowns on bursting me while Senna's still alive, and you know, is somewhat of a DPS champion, at least relative to the average support. So I'm never gonna unball for them if I play it right. can do Berserker's Rush, we can also do Noonquiver. I would personally rather do Noonquiver. Berserkers would not be bad though. Berserkers are pretty nice to rush if you're in a matchup where the enemy ADC has a lot lower range than you, because it just helps you more effectively kite them. But I would rather do them after Berserkers since after Noonquiver, since it makes obviously loss hitting a little bit smoother. If I happen to base on 1100 gold though, then I would probably prioritize Berserkers over the Noonquiver components. It's just the finished Noonquiver that is really nice, and I would personally generally value it more than Berserkers, most of the time at least. For aggressive purposes anyway. It can also help keep you safe a lot, so in certain matchups I might just go for Berserkers for the movement speed to keep me safe. Oh. Okay, we got healing reduction on the Senna. I guess if Senna maxes W, that could be worth it. It's a strange choice, though. There's no guarantee Senna will even max W. Their healing is not that intense. Yeah, so we just slow push again. Ideally, we should have a ward in the try. Senna warded the Drake, I guess. Try would have been better. At least while we got the wave here, try is the logical place to have a ward. I've got another ward that I can place later. Once we've pushed a little bit further down, then we can place the ward there. But for now, the only place we could get ganked is from behind. Okay, we see Fiddlesticks is currently mid. Need to pay attention as well. Does he go topside? It looks like he will.
Hot on the trail.
I got this massive wave going. So pretty much their only win condition, because they get outranged so hard, is to all in. But they don't even have a good all in bot lane, and they definitely cannot all in if we have the bigger wave. So slow pushing always effective here. How did that hit me through the minions? Just want to make sure that I'm not treading too heavily there though, when all of my minions are focused on the turret. So I don't actually have minion help there. We have total support from our team at the moment. I'm gonna use this on Bessa while I can, while Sona can't block. Oh, didn't mean to take aggro there, my bad. Shift 6? No, safe for now then. Wait, she just hit 6. I may have to base here then. I did just get a big heal from that Senna though. What we could also do is we shove that wave in, and now we just sit either here or there. Here's less obvious though. So if Kai'Sa were to start recalling, oh, did she get vision from that? Unlikely. And she's dead. Nice one. So that one was just straight up unexpected. Like, it was the perfect time for us to recall. I was low. They would expect us to recall. That's why we can choose not to recall. And if not for the element of surprise, that might have been a losing fight, because Kai'Sa had ult and I didn't. But we do have the element of surprise. It just leads to an easy kill there. Oh. So I was only walking forwards there to guide the wave into the turret, make sure Sona wasn't freezing. I absolutely wanted no part of dealing damage to that plating. I hadn't really thought about the chance of a Fiddlesticks gank, but if I had considered, do I want to go for the plating? I probably would have thought, nah, I could get ganked by Fiddle. Better not. Let's just go for the static shiv, as nice as Berserkers would be. On the other hand, this is just such a great power spike, and we absolutely do not mind just constantly shoving them in, as mentioned. So... the faster we push here, the more time we can spend pressuring Kai'Sa under a turret. There's also the risk, of course, that if we keep on pressuring her under turret, especially if she's full HP and she managed to immediately just land an auto or a W and just find a way to all in, or if Sona ults us, we could be in trouble relative to just relying solely on slow pushing. But on the other hand, if it goes right, the reward is greater for perma pushing because we get more turret damage. Oh. Okay, that's my support dead. Yeah.
Exemplary.
Decent damage. Nice one, Kassadin. Oh, hello. That should be Kaisa dead, I hope. Yep, that is her dead. Nice one. I would say that's worth it. Well played, Kassadin. It was a nice idea. It's the fact that they don't expect a fucking 10% HP Kassadin to do something like that, right? So even though he's obviously at a disadvantage, that element of surprise really changes things. I do have Cleanse here in case Fiddlesticks tries the same thing he tried on Tristana. I could die anyway. I hope not. Won't take me long to shove in this wave at least. I've already got the plating. That caster is not important. I'm gonna leave that. If I'm lucky, I won't even get focused by this wave and I'll get it later. But if I do lose it, that's no big deal. Ooh, I did have only 2 CS left for Cole, which is a shame, but it's not worth staying for either.
Laws mean nothing when they
Because it would involve sticking around for one more wave, not just one more minion.
I'm on the job.
I need to be a little bit on the careful side, that I don't take a really bad trade against Kaisa while Sun isn't in the lane. Because if she manages to sneak out at me from a brush and take an isolated trade with her W and her isolated Q, could lead to a bad trade for me, which would later maybe lead to a all-in from her, a successful all-in. We see Fiddlesticks mid, and he's pathing towards bot side. That is important to note. We don't have to back off yet, but I want to say now. Now is when we back off. We can not back off immediately though, just to kind of like bait him to come bot instead of going straight to his camps, or any topside camps he might have especially. But we absolutely do not want to risk overstaying there. You could also try and gank from there. Okay, looks like he's not. I'm just gonna shove this in real quick. Shame my static shift didn't go on the casters. Well, good, we shove it in real fast. And we rotate, see if there's anything we can do here. Otherwise, actually I'm just gonna ult Kaisa. We want to land that poke on her. Nice one. Just makes laning against her easier. There's no guarantee we'd be able to use ult to finish her off. Maybe a bit overkill with that TP coming in. Alright, cool. Okay, Kassadin really wants to kill Kaisa here. That's what we're gonna do. Nice one.
I must always be 2 steps ahead. Boom. Headshot.
That should be a turret. Let's just make sure we get that before platings fall. And to make sure it's first turret as well.
I much prefer destitute.
No point denying farm. Or, I mean, there is a point, but let's just not bother. Get the guaranteed first turret gold. Maybe rotate over here. Maybe there's a fight.
Turret plate will fall soon.
I always aim to win, and my aim is perfect.
Ow. Actually, this is kind of pointless, sieging against Ziggs. I'm basically just taxing Kassadin's farm for no reason. Unless... Okay, Ziggs didn't defend that. Oh, hello. So close, man. Fuck. Okay, he did die. Yeah, my bad. I did not react to Fiddlesticks at all there. I could have actually skipped him without having to use Cleanse because he didn't immediately fear me. Okay, big mistake from Kaisa here not to fully shove in that wave. She could have forced me to either lose farm there, or forced me to leave mid early to be forced to defend. But she didn't do that. I got to keep on pushing mid and I just get to rotate bot whenever I want. I'm gonna miss some farm just because I guess our team is a level lead, so our minions are killing theirs faster than they kill ours, but whatever. And in case you don't know what I'm talking about there, that is an obscure mechanic in the game. It's not explained anywhere except some patch notes from like fucking, I don't know, 7 years ago or something. If your team has a level lead, your minions do more damage to the enemy minions. They do % increased damage for some reason. But I just blew a lot of your minds.
No matter the situation, a good investigator always remains.
Not quite gonna be able to get a whole lot of this wave, unless Kai'Sa shoves that in, I guess. But even if she didn't, I mean, I could at least get the next wave after, so it's still worth going bot. Even if just to shove in one wave. I'll get 1.5 waves though, which is nice, and especially because one of them will be a cannon wave. The team should probably not fight, especially because Kai'Sa's gonna be the first to rotate there. So they better be hella confident if they're gonna take a fight. But this does not look like a super winning fight to me. Yikes. Okay, Kai'Sa didn't rotate though, maybe we stand a chance. Getting a return kill here. It's quite a risk if I were to go on Ziggs. Just can't risk it. Should be able to get Mundo, I believe. Yep, nice. And hang on, who could I kill there? Hopefully either one of them in case... Oh. Can I flash them? I can flash Q. Ah, and I missed it. I shouldn't have bothered trying. Fuck, my bad. I was also really hoping my static shiv would just happen to kill Fiddlesticks there, but no such luck. Ah, fuck. Didn't hit her with the E or Q. I should look to base soon. I've already got enough for Infinity Edge. This Castle wants to dive though. I just don't think that's smart, and apparently they had vision the whole time. Just gonna shove one wave in base. Goodness, we got a Herald. Okay, today I learned that we have a Warwick. I don't think I've seen him all game. Okay, Kai'Sa conveniently shoving in a wave there, so I will have some farm to arrive to here. Unless it crashes. Either way, there's gonna be another wave to go to. Or Cassidy can go bot. I would actually prefer that. So I can stay mid. Going bot is the adaption if your mid laner refuses to side lane. Ah. Can't risk it. Oh yeah, maybe we should have gone Drake. One on the way. It almost had the turret, damn. Would have annoyed Cassidy and cost him a lot of HP, but I think that would have been worth it. Unless you're like rage quitting me or something because he was annoyed. Ow. So Senna's kinda fucked there, huh? Oh god. I didn't expect that. Think I'm okay? Sheesh. I don't have ult. I don't have anything. What do I want here? So maybe I can stay. Maybe. It's a little bit risky. Okay, Kai'Sa's kinda low as well. I guess that was the main concern. Fuck these Ziggs. Thanks. That was a big mistake. Okay. I'm gonna ignore that second headshot I could land. I just want to run. Casting called Kai'Sa, nice one. Maybe we kill Mundo here? Maybe. It's a risk, but he probably can only really kill one of us. If anyone. Fuck. Didn't last long enough. Okay, I was a bit overextended there, but thankfully I dodged the Mundo Q. I'm gonna risk it, but yeah, 0 chance. It was worth a shot. Okay, if Senna's here, then I can afford to stick around for another wave. Ooh. Never mind. Here I'm pretty confident that I would survive. He did land a Q.
Well, I'm gone, won't you?
I can't stick around for another wave though. Probably it would be I'll be a lot more comfortable if I had vision there. I can just too easily flank.
One must never start an investigation without first examining.
So Cassidy not on the side lane, it means we have to go on a side lane. Now what I was referring to earlier when I said ideally I would have slow pushed the first wave so I could push the next one. It's a bit risky obviously if I were to push this wave and try and go for the next one, right? I don't know if I'm actually going to be able to make this point very well with static shiv. Doesn't give me much choice but to push hard. But the idea is that I push that as slowly as possible. And then this next wave, instead of farming it like here, I can farm it here. Or ideally I would have even farmed it like here, which is fairly safe. Compared to, you know, the more extended you are. It doesn't matter anyway because nobody seems to be coming here. But basically, if you slow push, or, well, if you push 2 waves there instead of just 1 wave, the wave goes all the way into the turret and gives you more time to rotate before you have to go respond to the next wave that Kai'Sa should be pushing in. Ziggs doesn't have sustain, so get to land an ult on him for poke. Ow. Oh my god, his damage. I guess I live though. No trap, we just auto. The root would not last long enough for my trap to go off. I don't know where Fiddlesticks is, I gotta be worried about that. Any bit of fog of war he could be ulting from, for all I know. I'm gonna risk going for the turret though, because I want that local gold. Looks like I'm fine. Could have tried to ult me from that wall, somewhere there, I don't know. Just trying to be cautious. I can't risk it. I really can't risk that. Even if I walk forwards and manage to kill Maokai, just too much chances that I die and give my 1000 gold shutdown. Sure, I could turn it into a 1-for-1, but how worth it is it?
It's my business to know what others do not.
Or a 1-for-2, rather. Well, my death would be 1-for-1. Regardless of who else died before me. Granted, Mundo did have a big... Oh, what? I'm dead here anyway. Fuck, that sucks. Damn, how did I not see that coming? Where did he come from?
Your turret has been destroyed.
Huh. It looks like I have vision from there, but... Okay, clearly not enough. He did just flash to reach me. Drake up in 19. I'm actually gonna be up before it spawns, so I might be able to reach there in time to fight. Ooh.
I'll be heading back to the charges.
Stop by this red buff. Oh, it's that map where I could have taken that. I guess auto attacking over the wall is fine. A little bit of a risk though. I could get Fiddlesticks ulted here. I need to run away from the Drake pit. Nice one. Fiddlesticks could still ult. It's unlikely though. Nice one. Cassidy is gonna want the bot farm. I need to go mid. Would be selfish of me to go for that bot lane farm just because it's walking towards me when I can just so easily walk the mid lane and Cassidy clearly wants to go bot lane.
Perfect.
Of course, if I get left with a 0 farm here because of Warwick, then that's just unfortunate. Oh, come on. Alright, we still get it. Most of it. It's not just Q a minion. For no reason. Not even auto, just Q it, because she wanted the CS.
If time never
Next item probably needs to be Lord Dominic's for the Mundo. Make sure we can kill him in a timely manner. Even going Kraken Slayer final item might be smart, since Caitlyn naturally is not a very good tank slayer. It also would not have felt worth it to do lethal tempo this game though. Would have been nice to do QSS against Fiddlesticks. Particularly because so much of their damage is actually magic damage, but... I'm gonna wait until I've got Lost Whisper before I base. Ooh, wow. The fight is moving away from me, so there's no point trying to follow it up. I'll just try and push as much as I can. Actually, I don't know where Fiddlesticks is. I can't risk being ulted by him. I'm guessing he is around. That's why Sun is trying to freeze. She's trying to bait me. She's not trying to preserve farm for her teammates. Because her teammates are fighting. They could be forever, you know? Yeah, there's the Fiddlesticks. He was probably like there or there. I don't fucking know. But definitely not in a position where I should fuck with him. Could do with basing ASAP. Actually, they could have vision there. I need to be careful. Fiddlesticks could ult from there. You have to play very cautiously against Fiddlesticks. Alright, since they're crashing this, I'm gonna farm the wave first before I recall. Now I have a window to base. Even if I were to try and crash this next wave ASAP, I'm gonna have a lot of time before that wave crashes under turret. We can't do that, I don't think. It's too late to get that. There's just no way. They have vision through the Scuttle Crab. Their jungler's around. I don't know what would be the logic for starting that. Gotta be careful, Fiddlesticks could be there. I have cleanse up now. I'm making a calculated guess that Fiddlesticks is probably topside and I don't have to worry about him bot side. Probably. Yeah, he came from topside. Trap under him, make sure he's dead. There we go. Nice one. Suddenly I get a triple. Okay, very good fight. Nice one. Alright, we base now. What a waste of his exalt. Hopefully I'm not wasting my time recalling here. Probably should have gone further back because there was absolutely a world where I got my recall cancelled there. But it pays off. No point selling coal yet, not until I can afford Crit Cloak. I keep forgetting about the portals. The streak has been in the game for like how many years now? Still forget. It's the fact that it's not consistent. It's not every game. That's a hex deck map. Oh, hello. Have to get away from there. About a 6 he'd be in there. Oh, okay, that's over already. Damn, that would have been a solo if we got that. Alright, then... We could probably start Baron there, but gonna be a bit distracted with those super minions, but we need to start this fast. I don't want to start this until people are near, so I don't take too much damage. There we go. Looks like they're just not prepared to deal with this, they're not responding fast enough. Well, it cost me a little bit of DPS if I didn't use E to dodge that. Wouldn't have been bad, but I would have been too impatient. Nice. Ooh, just barely didn't get her. Wasn't sure if I needed to flash there or not. Better safe than sorry. That's a dead Kai'Sa. Oh, I just barely won't get him, I guess, unless my lethal tempo comes up in— no, not my lethal tempo, my fire cannon comes up in time. Close. Oh well. Keep pushing here. Might be able to straight up end the game. Okay, nice. Alright, GG. Alright gamers, we are back for another game of ADC to Master. This game we're going to be playing Sivir Yuumi into Samira. Just checking they're not in here because they embedded. Alright, perfect. So this is an example of a lane where you would absolutely just lose yourself the entire lane if you did not think at all about what kind of wave management is needed here and just entered lane and started pushing. Against Samira and Rel, you definitely want the lane to be pushing towards you, especially because we are Sivir Yuumi. I'm not particularly safe at level 1. Yuumi is really weak to engage, so we absolutely want to touch this wave as little as possible. We can try and hit them maybe if they're a bit overextended, but for the most part I just want to leave the wave alone. I want to leave them alone, and I want them to push so I can be as close to my turret as possible, because their all-in is brutal. I could be harassing with Q right now. I'm not going to try, because my Q would hit the minions. I need this to be pushing towards me before I can play at all aggressive. Gonna be playing Ares Sivir because their comp doesn't look to be too tanky this game. Alright, now the wave is subtly pushing towards me. I can start considering using my Q to harass now. Get those mana flow band stacks. I'm also trying out doing this build with oh wow, shit, that was a red dash. Trying out using this build with inspiration— no, sorry, precision secondary instead of inspiration, because the mana flow— oh. See, I left this wave in such a good state for Yuumi, where we should have been completely safe, but couldn't help herself. Oh well. Yeah, using precision secondary should scale a bit better. Also, as we won't have cookies for sustaining for mana early on. Oh, nice. I missed a lot of lost hits here, though. Yikes. Hopefully Samira is low enough that they can't pressure me now, though. Especially once Yuumi is in the lane. Nice. Got my E to block and engage as well. Oh, I didn't mana flow up yet. I shouldn't have traded there. When you're using the Airy build early on, you just mainly want to trade around your mana flow. The cooldown on mana flow is only 5 seconds longer than your Q cooldown, so it doesn't cost you too much to just wait 5 seconds before using a Q. Just to make sure you stack the mana flow as soon as possible. Which is very valuable. Nice. I don't know if I should have bothered healing. Did what I could, but I mean, Yuumi just can't disengage in matchups like these. Or this board? I don't know, something like that. There's no good wave management available to me here, I would say. I guess, well, we're a Sivir, we can shove pretty fast. I guess the second wave should be possible to shove. Thankfully it's not a cannon wave, so yeah, this should be doable. Thankfully I have enough mana as well to shove. Pretty sure they're not cheesing, so I can afford to crash. Okay, if that would— if I wasn't playing Sivir though and that second wave coming was a cannon wave, I would have been really screwed there. Because the wave was so far away from the turret, it would have been really hard to crash. I think this is definitely a matchup where we can also afford to just rush Berserkers. Especially because we would want to delay the static shiv anyway, probably, in a matchup like this. Because, you know, as mentioned, with static shiv you can't help really but push, and we don't want to push in this matchup. We want to play as defensively as possible. So constantly leaving the wave pushing towards us. Yumi's just died for absolutely no reason twice now, but at least I've been pretty safe. There's pretty much been no chance to kill me whatsoever. If not for Yumi's mistakes, this matchup would just be a complete stalemate, which is extremely good for us because we massively outscale. I'm missing out on so much farm though. I'm not too behind though. Samira's also missed out on a bunch of farm. I guess especially because of missing CS under turret there. Okay, with this the wave in this state, it's really hard to avoid the fact that this, if they were to play this perfectly, like if you're the Samira rel in this matchup, you need to not hit the minions here. You need to let this push towards you. So eventually we have no choice but to overextend. Instead, for some reason she's trying to hit the wave, and she's also just taking far too much poke there. At this point, I don't think we even have to be afraid. We just walk forwards. I can block the rel engage if necessary. Yeah, we're good. I wasn't sure if that was going to be a stun she hit me with or not. I might be in trouble now. I'm probably dead. I gotta try and kill her. She should be dead to Yumi eventually. Yumi! She misclicked a minion. Oh my god. Oh no. Yeah, so she sped up towards me and I wasn't sure if it was going to like stun me or not. The rel, I don't really know her new kit well enough. Oh my god. That is incredible. Our lane was actually going okay. So long as I hadn't died, it was not bad. But the fact that Samira gets 3 kills there and I die. Holy crap. That is a disaster. Insane. Oh well. Can I get that? Oof, just barely got it. Could I even base for anything there? I guess not. Couldn't get the longsword. Yeah, anyway, again, when the wave is like this, there is no way to salvage this wave except hope the enemies mess up the wave management by shoving it in as Samira was doing. It is inevitably pushing towards them. Just because the minions are going under turret, which I can't help. So the best thing we can do here is try and finish crashing it. And if they're smart, they should try and all in right now, because they have the lead to do it. And we are weak enough that they can do it. The longer they wait, the more damage they would take to this wave. And the more of the wave dies. Their wave. So that functions as a reset. So they needed to either all in there, or if they somehow fail to do that, they need to at least freeze the wave. Rel is pretty tanky. She could get away with tanking some of those minions, leave it pushing towards them. Ideally, if they were playing right, there was no way to avoid the wave being there. I'm not going to use Q till I set that. I don't want this wave to push. Can go for that one minion. I was trying to also hit Samira. Didn't manage it. Oh well. Just as long as I'm only hitting that one minion though. All good. Oh, this is unreal, man. Should be even further behind in farm. It's only because Samira seems to be last hitting pretty poorly as well. But I'm not further behind. Okay, this was a mistake. I actually wasn't thinking when I used Q there, but it's not bad. I mean, she's pushing anyway, so... Alright, we can try and ult her, get Diana over it. What? Did she just ult? She did. What the hell? Well, that blows. Anyway, at this point, Samira is low enough that I think we can play aggressive. I think Diana's trolling. She's been basically mad since Champ Select because I tried to trade with her. Yeah, you heard right. I tried to trade with her. I was first pick. She was like third pick or something. I tried to trade. She called me toxic, said she wasn't gonna gank bot. I think she was a bit triggered because Yumi also tried to trade with her. So she interpreted each of our individual attempts to trade as toxic. Even, what do I have to do with Yumi trying to trade with her? Yeah, this Samira is just far too low. Nice one. Okay, we're gonna start shoving. Like, really start shoving. She really needs to base here. Yeah, thankfully Samira's too low to even use the Yumi there. This time. Okay, Samira actually just straight up based. Not bad. Shame we couldn't kill her because that would have been a massive shutdown, but... She's so tanky. Let's finish shoving this in, and we can base for an Quiver. Nice. So you can see, if bowling hadn't been just an absolute disaster, mostly outside of my control, we would actually be in a really good spot just by the fact that we can, like, these guys are just not executing proper wave management when you think about what the matchup entails. They should be, like, freezing as much as possible. Instead, they just keep, like, why is she doing this? Like, okay, I'm not in lane, fair enough. This is actually okay because this is gonna crash here and result in a bounce back. The bounce back, they could convert into a freeze, but they won't because they don't seem to think about how they should execute their wave management. That is what keeps me safe throughout most of the laning phase. And the fact that we are getting destroyed despite that is just a little bit unfortunate. Mostly out of my hands. She's alone here, looks good to be doing this. Alright, now we activate ult, finish her off here. Nice, huge. Alright, big fuck up from Samira there. I don't know where Roll was. Neither did Samira apparently. Okay, we'll place a ward here just to be on the safe side. Oh, my bad. Wasn't that our Q that usually stuns? Maybe it's only from a certain range? Alright. It's maybe too early to complete the static shift, but we don't have much of a choice. We'll just see how it goes. Because, I mean, at this point, I would say we've actually pretty much not exactly outscaled them, but the matchup is actually a lot easier than it was before. Because now my Q actually makes me a significant threat from a distance. So even if the wave management were to get fucked up by static shiv, we might get zoned for a little while. But so long as me and Yumi can keep on landing Qs, eventually Samira will get too low to abuse us. Nice. Careful, Dana. Ooh. Okay, I think we just need to shove in this wave.
Get paid and get out.
Oh, Samira's mid actually. I thought they were rushing bot. So I don't know why Rell is coming here without her ADC, but it's useless. She can't defend this. Oh. Yeah, she didn't really... Like, I wasn't gonna get that turret anyway. She barely saved the turret in HP. I'm just hesitant to continue pushing here. Don't have much vision. Yeah, there's some mirror at least. Oh. Just gonna play it safe and use... Oh, for fuck's sake. Use ult, I was gonna say. Okay, we should be okay. Jesus. There goes my static shiv. That's annoying that I can proc off of that. I don't have E right now. This is risky if I were to go in there. Jesus. Okay. Oh my god, wait, I'm dead here. What? That was a lot of forward dashes, wasn't it? Isn't she only meant to be able to flash back or dash, like, forwards twice? What the hell? Okay, we're going for Navori next. Okay, so she's gonna get 2 dashes again soon. Oh, okay, yeah, one of them was backwards. But that was, no, that was 3 dashes. I don't get, okay, so she must have some sort of dash reset mechanic I don't know about, despite her having been out for months now. My bad. Weird. Might have been fun if not for that. We can maybe try and get Malzahar now. It's got no cooldowns. Except maybe his ult, I hope not. Hope I'm fine anyway. Okay, he's gonna flush away. At least we'll be fine as well. And he's dead. Too greedy. Shutdown too. I love that. I'm not sure I can keep on pushing here. We're gonna play it safe. Should be able to go bot though, at the very least defending should be doable under turret, especially if Rel is not bot. I only need to get out the way for like a second to clear it anyway. Hope she doesn't clear this wave though. Otherwise I've wasted my time when I could have been recalling. Nice. Literally 1 auto and 1 W. Nice one. Yeah, I see Belveth. Aatrox is at the back. As far as I know, Belveth could be flanking me. I can't safely fight anymore. Until I see Belveth anyway. And be in the area. This is awkward because I may potentially be getting zoned by a ghost. Velvet might not even be here, but... there she is. In hindsight it would have worked out, I just didn't want to... Like, I pinged my team back, they didn't have to keep going there. Just tried to do what I thought was best for us as a team. Oh well. Yeah, Belveth should have been there faster. Really. Got it. Nice one. Okay, I'm actually 30 CS ahead of Samira now. You can see that this matchup, I think, was actually... It's like really brutal, but it's also not really what I would consider a terrible, especially if the enemies have really bad wave management, as they did. I think Sivir is actually really safe overall. We should not have given over nearly as many kills as we did. That was mostly down to Yumi's dying for no reason, and that one bad fight that I took also resulting in more kills than they should have really had. Okay, they're here again. Wait, Samira nearly dead actually, holy crap. Okay, we'll ult here, try and help. That's a lot of AoE we can do there, but... they separated now. Okay, nice, one dead. Could potentially be in trouble here, we need to at least run. Yeah, we've got no teammates around, so we're gonna leave. Actually, I'll leave the big wolf. I don't want Dana rolling. We have minions here. I don't even need to use E. None of those landed. What the hell? Wow, that was a big mistake from him. With that shutdown too. Damn. Hello. Okay, I'm actually scripting though. Goddamn. Alright. I just didn't use spell shield at all. Just confidently sidestepped everything. I like to shove one wave and then base for Navori. It's a little bit risky to step forwards here, but I think I can get away with it. Just kill that one cost with the stepping forwards, and there we go. I got Navori. Oh, I really should help here. Just make sure he's okay. Ugh. Nice. They got him right. Nice one. We can try and push this turret now. God, I'm sitting on so much gold, but at the same time, that was too free not to go for. Since Echo went ahead and engaged it. Can I finally base? Oh, actually no. Oh. Yeah, just leave. That was a bit overkill from Yumi. I don't think I was really ever going to be in danger there. Okay, I don't know whether that was a Yumi sound effect or whether I just heard a fucking kitten meow outside of my house. It'd be 50-50. He took so much damage there to miss his Q. Okay, we're getting flanked. Trying to be flanked anyway. Damn, there's not much to do there. Just doing whatever damage I can there, but not much. Oh, shit, didn't see that coming. I'll flash just to be on the safe side. Why did Yumi... I won't even bother asking that question, I've had that enough. Detach, that was the word I was looking for earlier. Not disembark. Which, I mean, I guess it applies still, doesn't it? Almost got Samira there. Can't quite finish. Hey, got him. Another huge shutdown. Whoa! Jesus, okay, that was not worth it unless... no, not a shutdown on Diana, so... Not worth Samira using flash, just to trade 1-for-1. I'm not gonna overchase there. I don't remember about Bel'Veth. Oh, Bel'Veth is dead. Who else is left then? Malzahar? Oh, Aatrox. Okay, I guess we can win it. Whoa! Wait, what is he doing? He abandoned me! I'm dead! What the hell, Echo? Wait, he was high HP, right? What an absolute betrayal. That could only have been a misclick, right? Oh my god, that is so insanely tilting. What the hell? Okay. It's happened. We move on. Anyway, I suppose I can do Cyrilda's. I can't remember if I already tried this in my Sivir video. But it sounds good in theory. Just a full crit build, but with Cyrilda's. So we get perma slows on Q, which is already low cooldown. I don't know if W actually slows. Maybe. They could be on Baron? Okay, they're not. They're on Drake. I need to path as safely as possible. We know that the route Diana took is safe, so... path there. Wasted Q. Oh god. Okay, that smells a hard dead. Finish Aatrox fast. Nice, I should be fine now. Come on. She dashed again. Okay, I got her. Thank god. These fights are tense as hell, man. Let's push as hard as we can. Dude, I had ult active the entire time, actually. God damn. Okay, that's all down. I guess we'll just rotate mid. Can't exactly push bot without a wave. Could sell my Doran's blade. It's risky to walk up to that wave. We have to wait for it to walk up to us. I have ult up around the same time that it arrives anyway, so if I do get into trouble here, I can ult away with that. run away with that, with my ult. They need to be careful here. I really need to base. Cannot afford to get into a fight here. Did I just... Yeah, I just saw a TP. That could be trouble then. That's our... No, that's our mid laner that dies then. If he dies. Not our jungler, so we might not lose a Baron if he dies. This is risky though, but I think they're winning. Nice one, guys. Maybe that's a Baron for us now. Can get 2 waves here maybe. Please can I live, please can I live, please can I live. Ah, damn it. Oh. Somebody got it, good enough. I'll sell my Drone's Blade for... quick look. Uh-oh. Somebody misclicked that. Oof. Don't want to waste ult potentially.
An enemy has been slain.
Everyone has a price.
Okay, I think we need to move into position we can defend mid. If they're gonna push that, which at least one person is. If he's alone, I could kill him. Question is he alone? I could waste ult here if I'm wrong. Okay, he's gonna Q. Damn it, I wanted to spot shoot the ult, not the Q. Look at that damage. Nice one. Yeah, baited. Okay, W does not slow, I didn't think so. But Q does, and that's enough. Got her. Yeah, the Sivir build is wild. Sivir in general with Yuumi is wild. Really good scaling. Who's alive? It's just Samira. Eh. Okay, we got that turret as well. Whoops. I think I can just do Collector at this point. I'm sure I haven't tried this build. I'm sure I would remember this. Ezreal does with Collector. We can probably get him. Nope. Oh, why me, man? Okay, Baron isn't up for another 2 minutes 30. I say we go bot. I mean, top would have been fine as well, I guess. But for whatever reason I went bot, so we're going bot. In fact, top lane would have been the better choice because somebody was also pushing there, so we stopped the push at the same time as we start our own push. But whatever.
Honor is the rust on a dull blade.
We do a little bit of baiting. Kind of risky to do that when I just barely did not have ult, but if I had ult, it was completely safe to do that. No chance they could kill me. Ow. Ow. Didn't want me to lose all that HP. Oh, echo. Oh, shit. I might be dead here. We'll see. Okay, I did whatever damage I could. Yeah, I killed Samira. Didn't even notice. I just threw my Q. Oh, we didn't have Warren that whole time. Oh well. Good engage from roll. Fairly close to being able to sell my boots for 100% crit. And the real damage begins. Gonna be lame losing 20% attack speed though. Runeance feels absolutely not worth it though. On Sivir in particular. Like I do prefer Runeance. It's a more smooth feeling item. Ah, fuck it. We're gonna do Runeance. Can't do it yet, but when we're upgrading our boots, doing Runeance. See how it is. How bad can it be? I'll go bot it, so nobody else seems to be headed there yet. Aatrox might get a turret if I don't defend. Malzahar might get a turret if I don't defend. I can't really go too aggressive here, because for all I know, Aatrox could still be in the area. I can't risk ulting in for that. Oh, Aatrox is there. Wasn't he in the area initially? Fuck it, we'll go for Malzahar now. Oh, come on. Another spell shield, holy crap. Spell shield has no cooldown, thanks to Navori. I think I got 3 spell shields in the fight, which is absolutely insane. I was so confused when it was up after Malzahar ult. I was like, didn't I spell shield right before the Malzahar ult? But I guess I auto-attacked enough for it to come back up. Jesus. And then I got a third one. Could we just end off of that? At the very least I can force Samira to come deal with me. If she doesn't, then I get an inhib. Okay, and well, Samira's not gonna be dealing with anything. We could just straight up end. Yeah, maybe it's Bel'Veth that I saw bot side instead of Aatrox. Maybe I got confused there. Yeah, I think it was. I got confused because they're both monsters. No offense to any monsters in real life. Oh god. Ah, dude. I've been mashing F the whole time. That is insane lockdown. Come on, Yumi, you can end. Oh my god. I was just kind of fooling around there. I did not expect to get locked down for 4 seconds. 4 freaking seconds, man. Jesus. Alright. Yeah, I keep noticing. I noticed that they keep stacking up a lot, I feel like. So, Runeance can't be that bad, right? If they're actually gonna stay grouped that often. Even if it's only 2 of them at a time, it still happens so fucking often. There's no way I don't get value out of Runeance. It's not a disaster if we don't get that Drake. Up. I don't need farm, so we'll leave that to Diana, but I may as well push mid just for the sake of pushing, I guess. Or I can let Echo have it. Nah, he's not going for it. Oh. On the way, I'm gonna use ult. Just to get there faster, boom. There we go. I mainly do want to let Echo have it, but I'm just too impatient to just wait for Echo to clear it when I can literally clear it in 1 auto. Oh, I might want to sell Static Shiv at this point, I guess. It's not too important anymore, I guess. Ow. Yeah, I can get Bloodthirster instead. Malzahar's dead. Jesus Christ, alright, GG. I could have actually just ignored him and ended the whole time, which makes it a little bit more BM. Alright, GG. Alright, gamers, we are back for another game of ADC to Master. This time I'm going to be playing Misfortune Nautilus into Ezreal Thresh. And since we're leashing, I'm going to start W, which I think gives you a slightly stronger leash, and also just makes it so once I'm done with my leash and I start walking into lane, I'm running with 55 movement speed instead of without 55 movement speed, which helps you get into lane a little bit faster, helps you start getting the push a little bit faster. Now, for the wave management that we want to go for throughout this lane, for the most part, we would like to be pushed closer to our turret, since we have an engaged support, Nautilus. He will be more useful closer to our turret than to their turret. Obviously in the early game though, like this is a good matchup for us, or at least, you know, it should be at worst even. So we stand a chance at winning it, so in the early game, we can absolutely push just to try and get the level 2 before them. That's, bad time to get hooked though. Okay, could have been worse. We were absolutely winning the push to level 2 there, so we could have just waited until we had it. But no biggie. Anyway, we're already pushed too close to their turret. That's fine because we can fix the wave state. We just need to crash this, which is fairly easy. And honestly, I can just look to base here. Nautilus as a support is obviously very useless at harassing them under turret. That's why we want the wave pushing towards us, right? If he's under turret, he's useless. And I'm not gonna try and harass them 1v2. So I'm just gonna base. So when I got one potion, there we go. Now they can try and crush this fast if they want, but I would say that's a mistake. Generally, I would say the best response to a slow push, or sorry, cheater recall, which is what you call when you shove in 3 waves then recall at the start of the game, is to just slow push and also crash in 3 or slow push 3 waves and then crash that. And we should not, in general, we should not be able to contest it because they're gonna have a big wave when we get into lane here, you see. He should absolutely not base there. So my job here is going to be to strengthen this out as much as I can. But if they keep on pushing, we shouldn't be able to do anything about this slow push. And in theory, Ezreal's base can be better than mine here. Oh, wait, is he going to stop pushing? In that case, I'm going to just switch to freezing. He should not base here. What he should have done was just push those 3 waves, as I said. And that should allow you to base on 700 gold, which gives you a double longsword, as opposed to the 450 gold that I based on, which is obviously either a recall or a longsword. So you get one more component than the bot lane that cheater recalled. On the other hand, we didn't have much of a choice but to cheater recall there, otherwise it's just wasting our time, so we may as well. And yeah, I mean, Ezreal's wave management there was terrible. We had no advantage there that could allow us to force them off the wave. The most we could do was try and thin it out, but so long as Ezreal kept on pushing, we would never have the minion advantage, and we would never be able to all in, and we would never be able to turn the push around towards them. Instead, Ezreal has just missed out on a free wave for nothing here. That's weird. I would not all in into the big wave, personally. This is working out, though, for some reason. Ezreal just really griefed his path in there. Nice. That should be a kill, I hope. Wait, actually... Oh, I could have bounced my Q onto a minion on Ezreal, but he... It's only because he stopped and I expected him not to stop. Flash ready? I don't know, I was exhausted. I didn't want to flash auto Q just to not kill him still. That time I can. First blood, nice. If Nautilus had died first, that would have been first blood to Ezreal. Or to Thresh. Well, it would have been to Thresh, Ezreal didn't touch him. Hopefully we can crash this. If we do get ganked by Sion, I should be able to escape with my W movement speed. I'm not gonna waste my Q here, I don't want to risk it missing. When if I just save enough mana for my E, then I've got a free Dark Harvest Spark with the Thresh there. Just need to guide the wave, make sure it doesn't get frozen by him. And we're good.
Not a problem.
Okay, yeah, going lethality misfortune, of course. Best build by far at the moment. Doesn't really matter whether you do Yomu's or Dustblade, both are fine. I personally prefer Dustblade.
I know what I'm doing.
Nice try.
No prey, no pay.
No, I'm not going to tank this massive wave. Trying to force a fight that we might not even get to force. Going for the guaranteed thing of just farming.
You've got dangerous eyes.
We're just gonna slow push here. Because as far as I know, Ezreal has not based. I think it would be weird if he based. I don't think he has enough gold for Sheen. So I'm expecting him to still be in the lane, and then I can deny the most farm by just pushing as slowly as possible. Where's Thresh though? There he is. Just gonna place a ward real quick. I should meant to queue the minion instead of Thresh, or to bounce into Thresh, but I'll take it. Nice. Now that's better. Okay, I'm not taking aggro here. I don't want to get aggro on the turret. Oh. That was meant to be an AoE ult, but he dashed out of the way. Oh well. Ezreal, obviously. Not Thresh. Thresh doesn't have a dash. You're potentially getting ganked here. He's got level 6. Can activate W for some movement speed. Since I didn't have it at the time. Damn, I shouldn't have queued Ezreal actually. Think I might have been able to kill Sion. Maybe. He's still around somewhere though. There he is. Oh, come on. Nice. Huge. Alright, so making sure it doesn't freeze. And I guess we should help with this Drake. These mountain drakes are the tankiest one. Now hopefully nobody finds me here and cancels my base. Nice one.
I know what I'm doing.
He can pause Mundo, just pop Ghost there, but he might be okay without it. He's the Mundo player, he probably knows best. Oh. Damn. He did activate a Ghost in the end. Maybe I did know best after all. Okay, we see Thresh over there. We know we're alone with Ezreal. Just use E to force a good trade on him there. Boom, there we go. He's got no E currently, so maybe next time my E is up, I think his E should still be down so I can try and look for an ultimate. Okay, my E is coming up. Is he dead there? Ooh, just barely not. We do force his flash though. Was that his heal as well? I think so. And obviously he can't stay here, so he's gonna miss out on a lot of farm. And I still seem to be alone, at least Thresh is over on mid lane. I don't have as much vision as I would like, but I don't want to go out of my way toward there. I seem to be fine though. We see 4 people, right? Yeah. Only person not in vision right now is Ezreal. Alright, we're just gonna shove this out. I'm just gonna go for Serrated Dirk instead of boots. Misfortune as a champion can just get away with delaying boots a little bit more than other champions can anyway because of her W. And this is gonna be so much better parse. I don't want to complete tier 2 boost this early on, it just feels like a waste of Misfortune. And I definitely don't want to do just boots and a longsword, that would be so lame compared to Serrated Dirk. So this just feels like the best I can do. Could sell my refillable for boots double longsword, but... Oh. Ah, damn.
Guns blazing.
Oh. Already one-shotting those casters.
I know what I'm doing.
With Q, of course. Wait, what? Huh? Wait, I cast Q on him. Huh? And we got Dark Harvest. That was weird, I heard it go off.
Dangerous.
I was waiting for it to land on him and it just didn't. I hope it didn't cost me mana.
Enemy has been slain. An ally has been slain.
The Slash has just given up on the lane, I guess. Just trolling at this point. I might get first turret though? Nah, there's no way. Support plating still on mid lane.
An enemy has been slain. An ally has been slain.
Oh damn, he was just about to get a stack. Didn't think to check in time. Now we can get boots. Tier 1s though, only for now.
Don't get cocky.
Turret plating will fall soon.
I could sell coal for Crit Cloak, but I don't feel like that's so worth it on Misfortune. I might as well hold on to the coal. Of course, crits don't actually apply to Misfortune passive, and their base AD is super low to account for how much damage she gets from a passive, so crit chance is actually not that effective on Misfortune. Wanna go top after Drake? We can do that, yeah. Well, actually, I'm not sure I want to actually against Olaf.
Got a good feeling about this.
Careful, guys. Oh, hello. What the hell? Wait, I'm blind. I'll heal Kha'Zix. There we go. Eh. My bad, I played that pretty bad, I think. I wasn't paying attention. Oh, what the hell? Yeah, I just called Olaf at least, or Sound rather. I got the Drake though. Yeah, I hadn't noticed Thresh hook anybody, otherwise I would have played that differently. Wasn't expecting the fight to randomly move here, exactly as I ulted from there.
Pity you weren't.
If I was unlucky, like my ultimate could have easily been cancelled here as well, I wouldn't have even had the sound kill. Oh yeah, that Mundo was hooked before I even started ulting, I just didn't realize. I knew he got stunned by something, I just didn't quite realize what. He wasn't getting pulled, so it didn't look like a Thresh hook.
I know what I'm doing.
Oh well. Did I have a big shot down? Ooh, 700 to the Fed Katarina. Not amazing.
You've got dangerous eyes. I like that. Bang.
Nope, missed that. If he lands the hook, then Ezreal should be dead. Nice one. Katarina might be on the way, so could be Sion. No, never mind. It would only be Katarina. It is the tank build, so it would be hard to one-shot her.
Turret has been destroyed.
Let's just continue pushing bot, I think. No, bot. At least force the Katarina to come here. If she shows up, then we can rotate mid. Damn it. Here she comes. We can just lock her down, then beautiful, nice one. That's exactly what I was hoping for. Can we get this turret? Maybe.
Sure you can handle me?
Nice.
Your team has destroyed a turret. Your team has destroyed a turret.
Gonna ignore that because I can't help. I've got no mana. Even if I did, not really looking like a good fight. What do we want to do here? Serilda's Grudge or Serilda's? I think I'll do... Not Serilda's, Exomark. Still don't have to complete boots, although... The later into your build you go, I would say the more worth it can be to consider them. It's just, Lethality Misfortune doesn't really scale amazingly with anything that boots give you, besides movement speed. CDR can become worth it later on once your abilities start to really pack a punch. So, Ionians, I mean. Otherwise, Swifties are alright, but I'd rather just spend my gold on damage, honestly. Oh boy. Did I flash that? Nice. Baited. This corpse just keeps blocking my autos, my clicks. He stuns her. Just gonna one-shot her as fast as I can. Ow. Yeah, it may seem a bit overkill to just ult just for her, but since she's building a little bit on the tankier side, I really just don't want to risk the fact that we don't end up one-shotting her and then she just dashes onto us and kills us, you know? I think it's important not to underestimate the tankiness of Rosa Katarina and then not get wiped out by her. Since she still packs a lot of damage. Could maybe get a kill? Nah, can't chase him fast enough.
Don't get cocky.
Hello, what the hell, that thrush flank? Oh, damn it. I'm up in trouble here. Yeah, sad. If I actually managed... Ooh, that is actually incredibly unlucky. If I'd managed to touch San right before he died, because I just got unstunned, I would have been untargetable from Dustblade, and then I think I would have lived. Because I wouldn't have been hit by Thrush Q. Damn, that was really close. Okay, I might just do Swifties here. Since I can't afford what I really want, which is Lost Whisper. Now that we're out of slots, it feels alright. Onions again would have been perfectly fine. I'm just digging the Swifties in this game. Was good against the Sun and the Olaf, I think. Wait, they're not doing Drake? Oh, weird. Hello? Cool. Nice. We could do Baron off that. Things are so weird, man. I have to delay them. Has to be something new to this patch. Oh, maybe they did it to nerf spam pinging? No, but It doesn't nerf the like annoying spam ping, I guess. Maybe it nerfs bait, the bait ping. I'm not gonna try it. Oh, nice. I don't want to waste my mana on Q when there might be a fight afterwards. Nice. We got Last Whisper.
Your turret has been destroyed.
Gonna go get the blue.
Step 2.
Hello, Thresh. Nice. That was on a fairly low cooldown, so hopefully it's up. Oh! Next time I need it, I was gonna say. Okay, it's more likely to be up next time I need it now. Oh, hello. Damn it. I was distracted by coughing. Got her. I'm just far too one-shotty right now. Yeah, so I didn't really get to talk too much about the wave management for how the matchup should have gone, just because it ended up being 2v1 a lot of the time. Oh well. I think I need to get out of here. Okay, guess I roll this.
I know what I'm doing. You've got dangerous eyes. I like that.
Are we gonna flank? Oh, we are. Oh god. Might as well go and kill him. He's not got ult to escape anymore. Jeez, my damage. Nice. This could easily be a penta if I just lost it. Everything. Come on. Ugh. No, can do.
Don't get cocky. Your team has destroyed a turret. Your team has destroyed an inhibitor. Sure you can handle me, summoner? Your team has destroyed a turret. Your team has destroyed an inhibitor. I've got a good feeling about this.
Okay, we'll just stop for the Drake up in 15 seconds. Sheesh. Is that all of them dead except Ezreal? Maybe I can flash an Ezreal and one-shot him. Maybe not quite. Sorry, if I seem awfully quiet this game, it's because I'm just permanently muting myself to cough. I've had a rough streak of coughing. Alright, GG. Alright gamers, we are back for another game of ADC to Master. This game gonna be playing Jhin Sona into Ashe Milio. Gonna be using a Jhin build I think is pretty underrated still, most likely. I haven't done it in a while, but should still be good. Gonna be running Comet for this. It's gonna be a lethality based Jhin playstyle, or at the very least ability spam based playstyle, hence the Comet. Could also make it work with Dark Harvest for sure. I just prefer Comet for a little bit of early game strength. As for the matchup and how we should manage our waves here, it's basically an Enchanter versus Enchanter matchup. It's not terribly important how we manage the waves. Basically, if we're winning, we can slow push. If we're losing, then we'll want to get slow pushed against, or you know, pushed against in general. Let them push so we're not overextended. It's just gonna depend. No special way to manage the waves in this matchup. Basically, the winning bot lane gets to push. Okay, 32 damage dealt with Comet already. That's kind of crazy. Is that actually that much damage? Damn.
I like a violent composition.
Try and land this fourth on someone. Boom, beautiful. Yeah, 30 damage per. Jesus, that is crazy. Actually meant to cue that, not fourth shot, but I will. Okay, I could look the base here. Honestly, I won't even bother. Well, actually, we do have to be afraid of a potential jungle gank. That's one thing I gotta do. Seems like we're fine. I'm gonna put another point in Q so my Q poke is stronger. Yeah, 98 damage dealt with this. What the hell? It's gonna be bugged, right? No way it's that high. No, it is that high. What? I'm so confused. How is this even balanced? I never knew it was this high. Nice one. Okay, well... Does Sun have a ward? No. Okay, I may have to go up a CS here, but I just really want to place a ward. Would be risky to continue leaning there without one.
Until they stop me, I will keep going.
I got a cookie in case I want to get more mana, but for now I don't need it. Okay, I can place my trap here, and we'll just focus on clearing this out, and then we can really base. Yeah, just don't need to consume that cookie, we have enough mana anyway. I feel bad about not getting the plating, but I got such a good base here. Rosona. Alright, so this build is going to be... I'll just sell this cookie so I can get refillable sooner. But this build is going to be based on Ravenous Hydra Rush, and the Ravenous Hydra will proc on every single Q bounce, which actually makes it really crazy on Jhin. I think Lethality Jhin is a little bit underrated, purely because Ravenous Hydra is so good on him. When I say a little bit underrated, I mean, like, I think it could actually be the best Jhin build, even after all the Ravenous Hydra nerfs. Hard to say, though, because nobody plays it, so there's no sample size on it, so I can't say that objectively, or... attempting to be objective. I can only say that it feels really good to me when I do the build. I tried.
I am at my best only during the performance.
It does fall off really hard though. It is very much laning phase focused. More so than other Jhin builds. It's not useless late game though. We'll see.
An ally has been slain. Executed.
Voice. The dancer without wings. I was paid to put on a killer show.
Damn it. Not an amazing trade. This is a convenient honey fruit though.
My clients expect the best.
An ally has been slain.
She's tanking a wave here. Wait, my ult is cancelled. Ooh, close one. What? You better kill her. I think he gets her, right?
Piece of my soul.
Oh no. I'll try and shove it as fast as I can. Okay. I hit him. Need to follow up ASAP. There you go. No! What the hell, man? Oh, this is a disaster, man.
I will touch your heart.
Slowed. Too slow to get him. Oh well, at the very least they lose farm here. Could be worse. Wait, he's still here. I just leveled up and got 6, bro. Got him. That was fun. Yeah, that was insanely gritty of him. I guess he didn't notice my level up. Either that or he thought he was faker with the dodges. I need to base here. I can't help with the trick. Might as well finish the time at. Yeah, wave management, as you can see, not too special in this lane. Basically, we're winning the lane, so we just keep shoving them under turret. Not hard shoving it, because we don't necessarily have amazing poke under turret. But we do slow push it, just partially as a natural consequence of the fact that we're mostly winning trades, I guess. And the fact that they just don't really contest us much. And we don't want to get pushed in because then they have the bigger wave. Then it's harder to justify trying to trade.
This is my calling.
Plus I got better wave clear than Ashe, so... I'm just naturally good at pushing the wave, which gives me the advantage in trades, in theory. My wave clear is going to be so good once I finish the Ravenous Hydra.
Must be perfection.
Oh, probably in trouble here, but we'll see. Oh, god damn it. I meant to auto-attack Ashe, not Amelia. My bad. Yeah, that was insanely close though. Yikes. My bad. He's got a herald too. Disaster. Why couldn't I have just farmed 700 gold before I die, man? Enter lane with nothing new. That might ruin me, man. I thought I was actually gonna make it before that. Maybe if I just ran in a straight line, I would have been fine, honestly. I'm not sure.
I want to feel everything. The gun makes it.
Alright, we're gonna slow push here and not crash, because I basically want to slow push as many waves as possible. At least enough to give me the Ravenous Hydra, so please stop hitting this wave. If I'm not pushing, she should not be pushing. Tip to the support players, just follow the cue of the ADC. If your ADC is pushing, push. If your ADC is just not touching the wave, do not touch the wave. I could have done with her sticking around, because I could get ganked again. Oh well. Okay, I didn't really need that second D, but whatever. That either way gives us enough for Ravenous Hydra. Think I shot the coal, but it's no biggie, we don't need it.
Yes, the gun is ironic.
Seriously, holy crap, how does Comet do fucking over 80 damage? God. It's insanely high.
Perfection isn't good enough. An icon doesn't have to explain himself.
I'll exhaust Ashe. I think we're fine here. Ah, I'm exhausted as well. Nope. Dude, I should have been at least able to hit Millia there, my bad. Okay, he's dead and so is Ashe. Huge. Not bad, not bad. Yeah, Millia Ashe is actually quite a good bot lane. At least if we push in waves, then at least it makes it harder for them to just do that.
But I need that.
Because they can absolutely all-in us really easily just by base tanking us. At least with the wave there, it makes it harder for them. Still, we're somehow managing to win even with the Sona. She's gonna scale really well. Probably better than Milio, I imagine.
The ecstasy of opening night.
Okay, we're gonna go for Dustblade. This build is insanely focused on CDR, so you want to pick up as much CDR as possible. Ionians are not obligatory compared to Swifties, but they are pretty good. I think I prefer Ionians generally. Your Q gets on an extremely low cooldown, so your Q basically becomes just another auto attack. What this build? Oh, my bad. Thought that would reach. I really should have saved that as a root anyway. Oh boy. And I missed. Damn it, I was trying to hit Milio. Oh well. Really good though, they both got junked out. Good. Ult from Sona making it easier for me to land my ults.
You will learn what beauty truly is. The composition means something. You inspire.
Got her. Whoa. Wait, I killed Ashe? And I'm about to go Rengar. Whether he likes it or not. There we go.
My work asks questions. It never has answers. One, two.
If I can land Q auto, he's dead. Okay, I'm not landing it. Let's not overforce it then. Close. Alright, got enough for Dust Blade.
My theater is
There's a mid laner Malzahar. Malzahar's behind me. So I'm gonna get the mid lane first, which means it just makes more sense for me to go to mid lane since it's the wave that's gonna crash first. Malzahar should go bot. Okay. That's fine. Oh yeah, the wave clear with W is pretty good as well. Not a good example because I couldn't shoot the whole wave there, I had to go for the cannon. But at a certain point your W just one-shots casters, a full caster line. Oh, low. I've got exhaust up.
only to the audience do I show my true face.
Yeah. Gotta go bot, shoving another wave. But W's are never hitting anymore, ever since people got boots. Later on though, we're gonna get Zorlda's Grudge, which means any ability that slows... any ability that hits is gonna slow, and also be a free comet hit. So the comet will suddenly start actually being useful again. Should this Zorlda's next item.
I shall choreograph this.
I don't want to push another wave. Too risky. Unless my whole team is here, I guess. And Receiver and got top as well anyway right now. I can't see where they went really, but I can chase the Amelia thing, I guess. Okay, almost killed her.
If I keep getting interrupted, how can I be expected to work?
Your team has destroyed a turret.
I will not suffer this ugliness.
1000 damage though from Comet. This is like way more damage than you get from Area on Sivir, by the way. Nobody's done anywhere near this much damage with their keystones. Ranger's done half.
Ionian foot, sadly, so
We'll prioritize finishing Sorelda's over boots, I think. The slow is going to be super nice on W and Q. In fact, Q is pretty much going to become almost a perma-slow at a certain CDR point. In the meantime though, let's get the red buff for a slow. Is there a fight going on? I think there is. That's fine. Maybe I should have actually targeted one of those guys if they were in my ult range. I've got exhaust up if we need it. I don't think we need it. Definitely, even if there was a chance he died there, I'm still gonna save it for a more guaranteed good use of it. Than just using it for a fight where Malzahar might survive anyway. Damn it, I misclicked. Oh well. Let's get the cannon. Yeah, I think this style of Jhin is especially good if your comp is like full damage anyway. So even if your damage falls off a little bit in the late game, doesn't matter. You've got a lot more CDR, you're going to be a lot more utility focused. A better supportive ADC for your team, while also just having a phenomenal laning phase compared to the standard crit Jhin. And see, the wave clear is fantastic. Like, even Static Shift does not have as good a wave clear as this, which is crazy. It's just because your Q bounces so goddamn much, and allows driving this Hydra each time. I'm getting out of the bot lane wave. How much do I need for Cyrilda's? I'm still quite far off.
That is what I want to see.
An enemy has been slain.
Damn it.
An enemy has been slain. Shut down.
I've got ult. This could be good. I've nearly got W back up as well. She's dead, I think. Ooh, the heal. Still got her. Okay, good enough. Okay, he's getting that farm. I'm just gonna go for the blue buff. Just gonna Q auto instead of auto Q, since my Q was coming off cooldown. Oh, okay, I guess I'll join them here. Should have pushed that. I can at least use W on these. We don't have that much AD yet. Okay, I need to stay with my team here instead of rotating mid, sad. Nice. Now I do have Cyrilda's. Somebody should farm those. But I don't want it to be me. Okay, I really should base now. That's just insane, like how how Cyrilda's actually transforms your W on Jhin. Especially combined with a comment, like suddenly your W just does so much more poke. How much damage is Mukama doing now? 177 damage per proc on a 12-second cooldown. A little bit less if you spam abilities, obviously. And of course, it has an AD ratio, and Jhin has a fantastic amount of AD, even if you don't build crit. Still gets higher AD than most other champions, so. Look at that. I just straight up added 100 and whatever poke to my combo. And he's dead. I don't know if he was rooted the whole time there or just tilt paused. Oh, hello. Oh man. Sorry, buddy. Nice.
My critics are usually short.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of unusual Jhin builds, am I? Between the fast build, which I don't even know if it's even good anymore. It was good before the item changes. Now I'm just, I don't know. I just can't let go of it. It's the most fun Jhin build. And then this one, which I am actually pretty fucking sure is really underrated.
I provide catharsis.
Always has been. Always will be.
Shall transcend.
I can just base. Question is, do we get Ionians or Serrated Dirk? I'll do Ionians. More CDR is super nice on this build. Like I said, it's pretty much like a utility Jhin build, so the lower our cooldowns, the better our W. Oh, actually, one thing also that I was doing with this build, last time I played it was Spear of Shojin. I can't, I'm not the right person to defend this, but I'll try. The Spear of Shojin brings your Q cooldown to insanely low. She's got a lethality build, I gotta be particularly careful. Oh, I meant to flash through the wall, by the way. God, that was insanely close. Bro.
Beauty can't be evil.
Was Mazhar just walking away there, by the way? Yeah, bro just started walking away. Like, what? Imagine if I'd needed his auto text to save me. My god. Alright, we can sell this, actually. I kind of forgot we had Cole. It's not that important to hold on to. Yeah, so we either do... Well, actually, I'd kind of locked myself into, Collector now. But otherwise the option was basically between Collector and Spear of Shojin, which I guess technically got nerfed for Jhin this patch. Unless I just want to be tanky, which to be fair, in a game with Syndra, Riven, Lethality Riven in particular, Rengar, tankiness will be nice. But I think the amount of CDR you can get from it at least has been nerfed. Dead. I missed. Doesn't matter. Yeah, this game was honestly like too easy in a sense. Wasn't the greatest showcase of this build. Let me know your thoughts. This was the last of the time that we had for today. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to like and subscribe if you want to see more content like this in the future, guys. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Later, gamers.